Amazon is offering sign-on bonuses up to $1,000, plus get up to $20 an hour for select roles. The best part? We're hiring near you, so start now to take home something greater. New, higher wages with a sign-on bonus, a range of real benefits, and career growth opportunities in a top-rated workplace. So earn more and see how great pay and sign-on bonuses can lead to a greater life for you. Go to amazon.com/apply. Amazon is an equal opportunity employer.
Beach, pool, or party. Wherever you are, do what moves you. New Bacardi canned cocktails are delicious and full of flavor. Made with real Bacardi rum and fresh ingredients, so you can enjoy a real rum cocktail wherever you are. Bacardi, do what moves you. Click or tap on the banner below to try new Bacardi canned cocktails now. Live passionately, drink responsibly. 2021 Bacardi. Its trade dress and the bat device are trademarks of Bacardi and Company Limited.
1.
Hey, Leslie
What is going on?
What's
This
on
is
the menu with Uber
Nerdbauchery, and
Eats?
welcome back to another game of the Doom of Daggerdale. This is still a Season 1 game, as you know, in the good team. We've already moved on to Season 2, but we are still here in the thick of it of Season 1. The action pack coming as they're hunting down Coldoran. I want to thank our Patreon supporters and our viewers for tuning in, as well as our subscribers. You guys are really helping us out, and I definitely want to do a really huge thank you to all our sponsors. We've recently sponsored, getting sponsored by Reaper Miniatures, Troll Lord Games, as well as Stat Trackers, and they're providing us with a lot of, awesome things to be able to share with the community, and sometimes giveaways as well. So we really hope you check them out. They have a lot of great things. Obviously, Reaper Miniatures, you know what they do. They create some really great plastic, resin, and of course, metal miniatures. I'm a big metal mini fan, so I'm really big on their metal minis. And of course, I wish I could paint. Sadly, I'm not a good painter, but I do love to have other people paint their minis and, of course, use them in my games. And Troll Lord Games, you know who they are.
I believe in you, Tony.
No, don't believe in me. Don't. When it comes to painting, you don't want to believe in me. Trust me. Don't put your faith elsewhere. But yeah, Troll Lord Games. You know who they are. They make a lot of really cool modules and everything else. They did some of our giveaways last time. You might have seen that when we had that game with Stefan as well as Nate. We did a lot of cool things there. And of course, Stat Trackers. You know who they are. We at one time had James in one of our games. Obviously, he couldn't play anymore, but he still is, a really great guy, and he is still sending us Stat Trackers that we're going to be able to give away to the audience. So all these companies are just sending us stuff that we can then, give to you guys, our viewers, Patreon supporters, and subscribers, to just kind of spread the love around. Again, I am Tony. I am the Dungeon Master, and this is session 21 of the Evil Team. So, and since they play bi-weekly, that literally is rolling up on a year. 5 more sessions, it would be exactly 1 year. So this has been a hell of a journey for them, and they are, hopefully getting near the conclusion. But it's really not the conclusion, because the Evil Team will just keep on going and rolling into the next module with these same characters, moving into the module that we're playing right now, Shadow Dale, with the good team. This whole map was made from Dwarven Forge. You obviously know how much I love them if you've been watching our stream since the beginning. I'm a huge dwarvaholic. I've coined that word. So if anybody uses it, I started it first. But dwarvaholic, okay? I love their stuff, man. What I really love about it is not just the versatility, because it's modular. It also doesn't break. I mean, you could drop this stuff, and I'm not kidding. That stuff is solid, man. You ain't gonna break it. It just lasts forever. It's a PVC proprietary material that they use. So I highly suggest you check Dwarven Forge out as well. All these rules for this adventure are 5th edition rules. We converted it over from 2E classic Golden Era Age adventure, like I said, the Doom of Daggerdale. And we also have bi-weekly Sundays. We'll have a game this Sunday with Raven. He's actually in the group right now. We're going to have Pandemonium, which is the World of Hell. It's really cool. I highly suggest you check it out with DM Raven right in here right now. What he's done is he has created through virtual tabletop on Roll20, his own creation homebrew, where the character's actually in hell trying to get out. So just that whole narrative is interesting, out of hell. I mean, who doesn't want the ultimate escape? You thought prison.
You thought prison. It's a dungeon crawl. It's kind of brutal.
Right now we're in like basically Dante's Inferno. It's fire everywhere.
Oof.
They're taking exhaustion levels. It's fucked. So
It's rough stuff. So yeah. So definitely tune in to check Raven out. And then on Monday, and that's at 7:30 on bi-weekly Sundays. And then on Mondays at 7, we have Nerdbauchery and Friends plays co-op RPGs. We were playing Baldur's Gate 3, but that's kind of winding down to an end. We were thinking about Dark Alliance, but the reviews and everything else have been not too good. So don't know if I want to play Dark Alliance.
We'll figure something out.
Yeah, thinking about maybe Solasta. So yeah, and then of course we have bi-weekly Fridays, which is today. We have the Evil Team at 6 p.m. and then bi-weekly Saturdays, not this Saturday, but next Saturday, we have the Good Team, who's playing Shadowdale. So if you like Dungeons and Dragons, obviously tune in. And we hope to be starting some other streams. Well, not hope, we are going to be starting some other streams soon. So stay tuned for that. And it's really exciting news. And also want to say hello to all our new friends on Facebook as well as YouTube, because we now multi-stream to Facebook, YouTube, and Twitch all at the same time. I'm going to let the players introduce themselves, and I will start with, start with Raven. Why don't you introduce yourself?
My name is Raven. I play a Durgar from the Underdark. His name is Jimmy. That's why I've got this Jimmy right here. And I'm up here. We're trying to take down Calderon one way or another. And we're going to what was that? Oh, sorry. Anyways, that's me. Who's next?
My name is Eric. I'm playing Cutter. He's a Wood Elf Barbarian. He's the last of his tribe, the Blood Tree Clan. He has a bit of an anger management problem, but that can be used to the group's benefit.
Next is Mr. Winged. Is Winged here? Did he not make it on time? Sometimes Winged runs a little bit late. Oh, he's here. Okay.
I'm here. Of course I'm here. Got a new job, so I can be on time now. Woo!
Woo!
All right. So yeah, I'm Lucius. That's this guy right here. There we go. You can see my name now. There we go. Perfect. Get that light background. So I'm Lucius. I'm your high elf wizard that really just loves necromancy. So he's kind of a weird guy. And why don't we go ahead and transition down to Helen Black, because, well, yeah, that's right now this wizard Lucius is like, she showed up on the scene. He's like, who's this person who likes the same things I do?
Oh my God, what a match. My name is Amy, and I play Helen Back. I am a fallen Asmer. I think I'm pronouncing that right. Maybe I'm chopping that up a little bit, but I play a cleric and with a mysterious background that has just joined the party recently.
Mystery.
Great mystery.
And I guess I'll do that too, since that was a pretty cool move. There's my name. Helen Back. Not Black, Back.
Other arm.
All right. So next we'll go to Young.
Hello, everyone. I'm our resident paladin. My name is Young, and my character's name is Yuri. A fallen Asmar paladin who is looking for a little redemption, redeeming her name. But for now, she is with these fellow adventurers in our little quest.
All right. And last but not least, Andreaja.
Hey guys, Space or AJ or Andreaja. We just found out that I go by many names, but I play Tempest, a half elf sorceress, and I'm certainly better than Lucius, of course. Yeah, love you, Lucius.
All right, so I'm gonna get
cool.
It's Luscious. We all call him Luscious, not Lucius.
Yes,
it's Luscious.
I forgot. It just escapes me sometimes because it's
It's a slip of the tongue, really.
And
yeah,
I think
it's more like I really don't care because he's not better than me.
I think that all started as a
Wizards
joke.
versus sorcerers. We'll find out who's really the better one.
Oh, gotta watch Marvel. Sorcerer is just a wizard without the hat. So that's what they were saying. I'll do a quick recap. It's been like a long time, like I said. So the recap here, I'm trying to give you a good one. Basically, they are at this point, they are in the dungeon. They just fought the purple slimes. If they are on the hunt for Colderan, and Colderan is basically the dark mage lord. They recently found out he was bought back from the dead from over 100 years ago by Aragon, a dark cleric of Cyric. And they have gone down into this dungeon, not because they give a crap about the people, because at this point, you know, they're pissed and they've caused a crime. They got accused of murder, and this was kind of like their way back into the town. And also the fact that Colderan is trying to murder them. They've had enough of this crap. They're going to go face this guy, show him who's boss, and we're going to see what happens, you know. But yeah, if they happen to end the Dream Fever, that's just coincidental. But yeah, so they are trying to go down here, find Colderan. Colderan is basically trying to come back to take over the town from both the constable and from his descendant, who's trying to fight the constable, Randall Morn. And Randall Morn is the leader of the Freedom Riders. So there's a whole bunch of history, obviously, into this module since we've been playing for a year. But that's the point they're at now. They have gotten down here. They've gone through all the other things. They explored a whole nother dungeon, Eagle's Eye, and they are now down here trying to get Colderan and find out what is happening. Whether they kill him, join him, make him work for them, who knows? Who knows? It's the evil team, so I guess whatever preferable and most profitable for them is what they're going to do. All right, so I'm going to let them take it away. When last they left it, they were just inside that pit after that intense battle with the purple slimes, after, of course, Cutter had jumped inside, and as he usually does, just decided to see what the heck was going on. And that is where we are at now, and I'll let them take it away.
See, we've got some party members that are hurt.
Yeah, that was...
I'll take care of that, but whose brilliant idea was it to jump in here? And she will glance at Cutter.
I can give you one clue. Anger management.
He looks over his own shoulder.
No, Cutter, we're looking at you.
I saw this ring.
No, I saw the ring.
You risked your life for a ring. I don't know where that makes sense.
I'm still alive, aren't I?
Probably cursed now if you put it on.
Did you put on the ring? Did you actually put on this ring?
It was in the heat of battle. I didn't want to carry it while I was fighting the slimes.
Well, look at him. He's married to it.
There's this thing called a pocket, no? Or bag?
Do you not see me?
He doesn't wear a shirt.
I have no pockets.
He doesn't wear a shirt. What pockets does he have?
I'm sorry. I keep forgetting. There's this thing called a bag.
He doesn't carry that either.
I keep forgetting. I'm sorry.
Well, I'm gonna heal you guys up a bit, but I'm going to have to take a bit of a rest because that troll encounter a little while ago was a little bit much, and I'm not sure where we should rest. And she looks around the pit, but this might be just as good as any place.
Perhaps back by the waterfall. We can see them coming. Lots of space. And the ambiance is nice.
If there's fish.
How injured does Cutter look to me?
He's about half.
Okay. And Yuri?
He's been cut right in half.
Yuri's kind of bloody.
Okay. And Tempest?
Oh, Tempest is fine. Tempest didn't jump into the end.
Okay.
I'm fine. I'm okay.
She stayed out of the death pit.
I did stay out of the death pit. I mean, see, being, a little bit squishy, I didn't want to, risk my life for a ring.
So Tony, I'm gonna cast Cure Wounds on both of them right now. Is it okay if I roll in D&D Beyond, or do you want that in Roll20?
That's fine. Go ahead and roll in D&D Beyond.
Okay, so the first roll will go to Cutter,
Maximum.
and he gets 6.
Maximum. Maximum.
Maximum. What is maximum again?
And
Oh yeah, whatever
next
maximum
goes to
is.
Yuri, and she gets 8.
Nice. All right.
Thank you.
Always
little-
be nice to the cleric.
Yeah.
Damn right.
And
they're paid
maybe
or otherwise.
we'll go find some place to rest, and I'll see about healing you guys up some more. But let's get to where we're going to rest first.
Yeah,
I have a
let's head back
question.
to-
How do we get out of this pit?
That's a good question.
What do you mean?
I
And then
can't-
I start climbing.
I
don't
can't
think-
think you can climb. I can't fly out of here.
I don't think I did. I ever actually get into that pit?
I will.
doubt
I
it.
don't
No,
think
I
you
don't think
did.
so.
Yeah,
I
I don't
will-
think the wizards ever got into the pit. Or the wizards, the magic users.
No, I did. I jumped down at like the very last second.
She would.
To claim victory.
I
Go
would.
down to defend Yuri.
But I can't fly right now. I don't have any
Everybody roll me a
have a rope?
Everybody roll me a perception check, please.
oh
This
Jesus.
should go well. Perception's not that bad, actually. Ooh. I got a 15. Space got a 1.
I just like to say,
I wasn't gonna say nothing.
just like to say, DM, myself and Helen Bach, or
I'm busy healing
BACK.
people, so I'm not very perceptive at all. I got an 8.
I think we're not inside the pit because we're not that dumb to be putting ourselves into a death
No, I
pit.
jumped in the pit.
No, she jumped in the pit.
You did?
I jumped in the pit to help Yuri out because she was basically the center of its attention.
I definitely did not.
Yes. Us Azimuth are going to stay together.
I'm definitely not being perceptive right now. I'm just trying not to touch this garbage. Oh my god, get me out of this pit.
Oh my
please.
god. Cutters
Please.
still experiment.
Well, winged. Did everybody roll their perception? Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So winged. I guess
Yuri hasn't
because.
rolled hers because
Oh,
Yuri's
okay.
still trying to load her D&D Beyond.
Oh.
Oops. Well.
It hasn't loaded. I'm sorry. My computer's been doing this ever since I got home, like a half an hour ago.
Right. Do you have a D20 on hand? Should I roll it for you?
Please, can you just roll the D20
Yeah.
for me?
That's a 19 plus
That would
whatever
be-
your modifier is.
It was a +1. So
20.
that's
Dirty
a
20.
dirty 20.
All right. So both Yuri and Lucius, they notice like there's this glint coming from the hay. It looks like some old hay and old flesh, way to the top right-hand corner. The northeast corner.
Interesting.
Would that be in the far corner from me?
Yeah, I'm
Or
about to.
where
I'm
my-
about
where
to
my
get
little
the
razor
compass.
pointing?
I'm about to put the compass token down for you, so you know exactly. This might help you. Let me pick up that Azamar too here.
If only I had mage hand.
Add it here.
So would I be able to see that? If that's northeast, I probably shouldn't be able to see around that corner.
Well, you're up there. You can see it. Just a small glint, and the glint would be in the northeast corner, so you could see it. It's across kind of the area, but you can see like this. It just flashed for a second, like a small glint.
I'm assuming from where I am, I just saw it out of the corner, but it's because it's behind me that I see it. So I'm still technically facing the wall in front of me.
Cutter. Do you see that over there in the hay? There's something shiny.
An old flesh, hay and old flesh.
I will investigate. I will move over there, and I got a 10 on perception, but if I can make another roll, I'll make another.
Well, now that you know it's there, give me an investigation with advantage because Winged has told you where it's at. Okay, so yeah. You begin to, push around the old flesh. It stinks, a lot of it's, got, gangrene. It's already fetid and begin to rot and everything else. So it's almost in that liquefied state as you're picking it up. It's smearing on your fingers. But as you're pushing through the bones and the goo and everything else, you do come across a dagger.
I was about to say, do you want guidance? Before I rolled it, because I have guidance. I'm sorry.
Does it look like something I can grab safely?
Dagger.
It looks like a normal dagger. I mean, from what you could tell, you're not trying to check anything other than just the look of it. That doesn't look like dangerous.
Yeah, what I meant was if it had anything like, slime on it.
Oh, well, it's got the goo and the guts and everything, from the dead flesh that was beginning to rot, but it doesn't seem like there'd be anything extra. It just seems like dirty and everything else. And it seems like, really light. It seems unnaturally light,
I'll pick it up and at a position that will allow me to then shake off the rest of it.
Okay.
I say, good find, we have something here. And I'll flip it in such a way that to show that it's a very light dagger. And I will toss it not scabbard, but the hilt first towards the closest ally.
Okay. As you clean it off, you notice, as you're getting the muck and the goo, it kind of radiates a light, say, purplish aura.
I compare it to Olar.
Olar's much more badass.
It's magical.
I say, if it's not cursed, this could be quite a find. And now I will toss it to the nearest player, hilt first.
Okay, who's the nearest person to Cutter?
I would assume that's Yuri.
Yeah. All right, so Yuri, do you catch the dagger? Well, roll the acrobatics to see if you catch it or if it falls down on the floor.
We'll see if that works.
So we can all laugh at you. No.
All gonna laugh at you.
They're all gonna laugh at you. They're all gonna laugh at you.
Someone just roll me a d20. I'm sorry.
Yes.
Oh, I forgot. I forgot you're not connected. So here.
That's a 2.
All right. So the cutter is tossed.
Make it a 4.
Not the cutter. The dagger, is definitely tossed by Cutter at Yuri or towards Yuri, but unfortunately, Yuri, it goes to the ground and ding, da, ding, da, ding, just falls right there.
Through my hand.
Yep. Little bit of slime goes up, and as it comes off the dagger, little droplet hits your face, from bouncing up. So now you got a little bit of smelly, slime face there, but you're still okay. Just a normal.
Helen will pick it up off the ground and hand it to Yuri.
Thank you.
And Tempest will say to Yuri, well, at least it's not as bad as Lucius getting covered in shit.
That's true.
That's true. That is very true.
Lucius, I'm sorry. I don't want to mispronounce your name.
In here is horrible. Can we try and get out of here and maybe down the hall? Ugh.
Sure.
It's pretty gross.
I can kind of agree with that one. It is very foul in here. As much as I decided to jump down here, it is foul.
So how do we get out of here?
I think we have to get a rope and maybe climb a little bit. Who can climb out that's good at climbing?
Hey, Lucius, up there. You got a rope?
Yes, of course. Well, maybe that's it. I gotta check my little box there. I'm pretty sure I do.
I'm gonna also look through my
backpack
for a rope.
I have a rope
I've
ready to
definitely
go.
got a rope. Yeah.
I'm pulling mine out and I'm giving it to Cutter. And Cutter.
Yeah, I have ropes. I pull out
climb.
I have a rope on my backpack. So I just is there anything to tie it to? Is that little knob next to me like a thing I could tie it to?
No, that's like that's a bucket of body parts and hands, as you can actually see the
Yeah.
hand.
I'm just gonna kick that over, and then say, okay, let's start with the lightest one first.
So Helen will walk over and grab the rope.
That's Helen. Okay.
Helen will walk over and grab the rope.
And he pulls on it, I guess, and what kind of strength do I need to make sure I don't fall in?
Give me athletics, and since Helen's nice and light, just beat a 10. pull her up.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, come on, Wayne. I tried to make it easy.
Wow.
I tried to make it easy at 10. I was like,
Well, 2 plus minus 1. There you go.
all right. As you go to pull Helen, apparently, you know, being a magic user, you have definitely never hit the gym. So there is no triceps on you. You're just trying to pull and like, and the little noodle arms just don't seem to be doing it. And Helen
It's like
falls.
SpongeBob SquarePants up there.
Do I like fall in on the body parts now?
Uh,
I just kicked over?
no, you had kicked him over, so you don't fall into him. The rope just kind of like you can't hold it; it just falls, and the rope kind of like does a rope burn through your hands. You don't take any damage, but it's not comfortable. And obviously now Helen has fallen back down on her keister.
Well, this isn't going to work too well. I guess we're going to have to try and climb out of here.
Cutter,
Jesus
do you
Christ.
wanna-
I
She
start
just like
climbing.
looks at Lucius like,
Unfortunately, you keep forgetting that Lucius isn't exactly a
I'm an
strength
elf,
user.
not a
No.
barbarian.
I've
Oh.
got this.
I
I've
start
got this.
climbing. That's an 11 with my athletics.
Well,
Cutter,
you
you
could-
got us in here. You get us out. Can you climb out here?
Why don't you just all climb up on Cutter? And
There's
That might
this
be a
thing
good idea.
called.
So does an 11 make it?
I got a 6.
Oh, come on!
Oh, Jesus Christ.
I'm asking you, does an
Let's
11 make it?
Let's go down.
How tall is the sides?
The side was only about 10 feet, so it's not particularly high. I mean, it wasn't very high, like 10 or
we're
15.
just all tired.
or maybe
is it stones? Is it stones that we would be able to climb out?
Well, it's very, slick stones, like very smooth. There's really, you don't see like a groove, but yeah, you can still try to climb. It's been dented enough in time over the things being thrown in there and the acid, the little creatures trying to get at it and constantly
Does an
crawling.
11 athletics make it out?
Yes, an 11 makes it
Okay,
out.
then I'm at the top. I'll throw.
But wait,
I'll throw
so
it.
Cutter falls
What?
down though. He tried
Yeah.
to go up and he fell down. So.
Yeah,
Ah.
and I tried to go up as well, and I got up there. So I'm gonna nail a rope attached to a python into the rocks, in between the rocks,
Alright.
and throw it down.
All right, so that works. You don't. I'm not gonna make you roll for that. You go to nailing. You get the rope in there. It goes over the side. and
Jimmy,
I-
you could have just handed me one of those.
You probably would have caught it and fell over.
You also didn't ask.
I mean, you had it right. You were pulling it up. You were pulling Helen up. But I don't know what happened there. But here you go.
Well, I
Just-
guess I must be too heavy for him to. Yeah,
Needs
let's
to
get out of
work
here,
out
guys.
All right, so everybody, I assume, for sake of argument, crawls up the rope out of the pit. So is it safe to assume the party wants to rest at this point?
Yes.
We did.
Yes.
We would
Okay.
like to head back to the cave with the waterfalls, and we will post watch and do a long rest.
Yeah, I'll catch some fish before we do that. So I'm gonna take whatever it takes, half an hour or something.
Okay. It figures y'all would want to go back to the one place that I tore down.
Well, we're only gonna be there for
yeah.
For a short
So
rest.
so it doesn't
we're
matter.
gonna say the party is at the place right now, and y'all can go ahead and RP as I'm setting up your pieces where they're gonna be back when you come into the dungeon. So
Right.
you can RP. You're at the waterfall or at the water right now, and everything else.
Okay, so once we get back to the waterfall and everything looks like it's kind of settled, there's nothing threatening. Helen's going to cast prayer of healing, and she's going to again heal Cutter and Yuri.
I like
I
you
was-
more every day, Helen.
While this is going on, I'm going to be behind the waterfall looking for pools, like deep pools that have been grooved from the waterfall. And because there's lots of leeches in there, those are good eating. There's slugs, leeches, eels. So I start fishing those things out and sticking them on sticks and
Okay, we'll come back to you for a roll. to
light
see if
a
you
fire
can find
and get those going.
Yeah, we'll come back to that roll then for you.
Okay,
Actually, no, just
I'll-
do your roll now. Do your roll
Yeah,
now. Why don't you
survival,
come
right?
back? Yeah, do survival.
And
17.
Oh, okay. Then you find 3 leeches of the type you were looking for.
3
Why
leeches.
exactly were you looking for leeches?
3 large leeches, very
Oh,
large.
big leeches. Okay. Yeah.
Why were you looking for those exactly?
I start cooking them.
Oh, are
Do
we
not tell
supposed
me.
to eat that?
Well, if you're not gonna eat it, I'll eat
You can certainly have mine.
it.
I've never had leech. I'll give it a try. It looks interesting.
Okay.
It's Underdark cuisine.
So, Helen, another 11 hit points to both Yuri and Cutter. I don't see Cutter. I don't know where he went. Did we lose Cutter?
Did he drop by accident? He'll be back if he did.
Yeah, we did.
Yeah, he might have had it in it. He'll be back.
Right.
He must
Yeah,
have had
yeah.
it.
I don't know if
And,
anyone else's internet is doing it, but mine is too.
What is your internet doing?
My internet's going crazy right now, so that's why
Oh.
like my thing is going in and out.
I think you look pretty good. I don't know.
We're back.
Pretty
Yeah, it's
good.
better than it used to be, Yuri. We got you right now.
All the videos just
That's
disappeared
true.
for me.
So,
Oh,
so
good
guys,
Lord.
when I'm healing you, as I touch you and you feel like all of a sudden this like nauseous feeling to your, like
Ew.
to your stomach, and then you feel healed.
Ooh.
Yay! I feel so much better now. Thank you.
It's kind of strange. Thank you, Father.
So at about 45 minutes, these leeches are done. I cut them up into several pieces and hand out these fillets of leech to anyone who wants one, just into their hands.
So
Oh,
Helen.
no plates
Sounds
or
like a kebab to me.
forks or
Oh, sorry,
we just
Kind of
Miss
interesting.
Fancy Pants.
I have never
well,
tried.
it's not my fault. I wasn't raised in the Underdark.
You were the one who wanted to sleep in the garbage.
I was gonna. Okay, first of all, I was gonna put my cape down and lay down.
Oh well, I wasn't gonna put my cape down. You got me there.
This is very tasty. Is there any more left? This is really good.
There it is. Yeah.
I like
It
it.
seems like several people aren't eating. I think.
I
Maybe we can
decided
take some
Yuri
with us.
decided to swallow hers, but she's like
Okay,
not
so you
enjoying
have some.
this. She's not enjoying it, but she's gonna eat it just to shut up.
Does it have seasoning on it, or you know anything?
I don't think I have any seasoning.
I think it's rather plain, but it's okay.
Yeah, no, it's plain.
It's like dirt. It's really good.
Yeah. Yeah, I put
No,
some
thank
mud
you.
on it.
I'm sure he did his best. You know, Jimmy, he comes up with the most interesting cuisines I've ever
Yeah.
seen. Didn't you try to fry a spider one time?
Oh yeah, that was good.
Spider?
Yeah.
I believe
I'm-
so.
Was it enough to share?
I've been cooking for myself
Yeah.
for my entire life. Yes.
Yeah, this tastes like blood and dirt. It's really good.
Blood and dirt.
I keep forgetting she enjoys these kinds of things.
You want some? I have a little bit left. I had the second piece.
No,
Saw
thank you.
I saw some
I'm
clay
okay.
down there. Next
Pretty good.
time, I'll put some clay on it.
Mm,
Helen, I had a question.
sure.
I noticed that you pray to your god for your magic. Is that how you get your magic?
Yes. Well, to my lord. Yes.
To your lord. Oh, and what is that like? I'm very curious.
Well, I ask my father to bestow my skills and my abilities, and he rewards my loyalty with my my magic that I can do certain things with.
Oh, that's interesting. You know, I kind of almost had that similar experience when I was a teenager. Yeah. I'm not really a religious person, not by the longest, like not by a long shot. But Talos, he's like the god of storms, and when I was growing up, I got my powers from him. And let's face it, I'm not a healer. I don't like healing people. I'm more of destructive by nature. So, I mean, I guess I could have been like you. That's why I was. I'm sorry if I'm, prodding or anything. I was just curious because
You could have, but well, we're different than you.
you are.
Yeah. Well, in different ways. See, my siblings and I are children of purpose. We have a reason for our existence, and part of that is learning about your world and the world of the living.
The world of the living.
Yes.
You are quite mysterious.
Hey, are you from the land of the dead? Is that what you're saying?
Well, yes.
I don't believe it's quite like that. I can
Don't-
kind of
don't
understand
look
what
undead to
Helen is saying, as most paladins have a certain purpose as to what they're put on Earth for. If she needs something similar to that, I'm similar to that, but I'm not as say darker. I'm dark, but I'm not that dark.
Well,
are you guys family? I'm confused. Are you cousins or something?
We have similar.
I mean, you both have the dark wings and everything. For a moment, I thought you were sisters, but then I'm like, no way, Yuri could be her sister. She's so much lamer. But then,
Wow, thank you for that.
So much lamer.
It makes me feel so much better.
Hasn't Yuri nuked several battles?
To be fair, I'm useless at the moment until level 7. To be fair, however,
family. I'm confused. Are you family?
Sorry about that.
Well, we probably have similar origins, but we're very different. I thought at first when Yuri, when I met you, because of the wings and our ancestry, but you're not one of the spawn, so I could tell.
I think we all can tell. And what about you, Lucius?
I thought you were gonna say Luscious.
I really was for a second. I had to think about it because it was like I'm talking so fast right now.
Yes, Tempest. It's Lucius.
I'm lucky.
So tell us about yourself, Lucius.
And how do you get your magic?
Well, how you should get it. You have a passion and you study. And it comes to you, but you study some more and you try to become perfect and you perfect the art. It is
you don't
an
have
art.
a god? You don't have any god?
You weren't born with magic?
Ooh.
You had to study?
He's one of the very few.
Everybody is born with magic, Tempest.
Jimmy, are you born with magic?
No,
we're all born with magic. The weave's all around us. Don't you know about the weave? It's all around us. It's just some people have to learn how to utilize it, and others never learn how to utilize it.
And the weave is all over too,
understanding,
right?
And it takes study, and it takes control. Something that you do not have, Tempest.
I don't think that's quite the case.
Let me correct you. I'm sorry, Yuri. Let me correct you. I do have control of my magic. It took me a very long time to control my magic. So I understand about the weave and the magic being surrounding us, but I just, I wasn't asking because, I think I'm better than you, which I am, but I was genuinely curious because I never read a book to help me understand my magic.
Well, reading does help. The intelligent ones out there, the people who are cultured, learn to read, to study, and to understand what others have done before them so that they don't make the same mistakes rather than trial by error, which many people bored with magic tend to do.
Yes, I understand.
I've learned from practically nothing. I've taught myself everything I had to learn.
You're an interesting bunch. Very fascinating. It's interesting how little people change after they die. It's still the same interesting, I don't know, weaknesses and insecurities and all kinds of layers of complication.
Well, as
Saying-
I've learned,
You're saying you've met interesting people like me in the afterlife?
Oh, yeah.
That's awesome.
Interesting and complicated, and very informative.
Helen,
Sorry,
Are you a
What was that, Yuri?
spy?
No, I'm just here to learn.
Who is your god? Who is your lord? We've been traveling together with you for a little bit now.
for like 2 days.
For like
And Lucius
few hours.
Lucius is already in love with you.
a few hours.
A few hours.
Well, Tempest, if you would have just, did some active listening instead of judging, you would have
No
understood
judgment.
that she has come from, well, the Hellfires, obviously, from the undeath, the land of the undead. How else would she know who the undead are? How else would she talk to them all the time in her land? That's where they go.
who exactly is the person exactly? Out of curiosity.
Who's the what? I'm sorry, Yuri.
Basically, you're just asking who your god is, essentially.
That's too
Out of the
personal a
underworld.
question.
Your lord when you die. The god of the underworld, Hades.
Oh, interesting.
Hades. Wow. Does he really have like the blue hair, or is it like red, orange?
Are you using like the Disney version of Hades, really?
Yes. That's perfect.
Sorry, that was a great character for that one.
He's been MIA lately. But I understand why. Again, complications, they don't change after you die. It's the same types of strange insecurity and complicated lives, and it's fascinating. So you were telling me about your god, Tempest. What about you, Yuri? Who do you worship?
Yuri, unfortunately, is going with the very generic one at the moment because she didn't pick one for this character. So, for the sake of the story, she has a very generic, super generic, evil god for the purpose of the story.
Lord Hades is most powerful. We can talk about why he should be your god.
Or you can follow Talos. He's the storm god.
Well, that's a conversation we'll have to have.
Or you could be like Lucius and read a book. He says reading is important.
Unfortunately,
well, it is. You would know that Hades, of course, is another name for Merkul.
Cutter, who is your god?
Are you looking at me?
No, Cutter. Cutter, who is your god?
The blood tree goddess, not something that we talk about or tell stories about, but an actual tree that accepts the blood of our enemies and from which it gives us life and gives us power. That being said, I am very supportive of other gods if they allow the clerics to heal me after I kill acid, acidic, horrific slimes.
Well, as long as you appease your god and I appease mine, we will garner their favor. And you, Raven, who do you worship?
Well, I wouldn't say I worship Ladurgar, but the Durgar have their god. I was cast out of my clan, so I have a hard time connecting with any of the more social aspects of Durgar society.
Why were you cast out, if you don't mind my asking?
Well, it's no reason. It's no reason. I had to liaison between my clan and the Goblin tribe, and that's it.
So something went wrong.
Why are you asking me all these questions?
Just getting to know the party.
Did you finish?
He's a
That eel? That slug?
Delicious. Oh, this is like the best I have eaten since I arrived. Oh, that's awesome.
It's your daddy. Okay.
Yeah, I saw that in chat. What is your daddy and what is?
Oh my Jesus Christ! I couldn't hold. I was like, "Whoa, what the hell is going on in chat?"
Chat getting wild, man.
Yeah.
It's a NSW chat. Or NSFW chat.
Yeah, that's right.
Careful of my bot. Don't want him cutting off the chat today.
Oh man, that was funny.
I'm just gonna be right back. I'm sorry to abandon you.
Yeah, no worries.
Well, I'm sure that slug or leech was very, very delicious. But
And
shall
obviously,
we?
good for the stomach if you see Jimmy.
Not good for my stomach. I'm sorry. I need real food.
As we see Jimmy run
This
off to
isn't
the
real food.
waterfall.
I offer half of my ration in response to that.
Oh, Vicky, you are so kind to me. I guess I gotta
I have regular rationed food to hold down the rest of the food as Yuri eats it as to be nice, quote unquote.
I mean, it's the least you could do after you almost gave me that really bad haircut. Really.
I really think you needed a haircut,
You know what? I think you're right. This is not working for me,
I really think you needed a
I wasn't
haircut.
feeling the curls anymore. So I had to maybe when we get back to town.
I'm really tired. I think I need to rest a little bit, guys. Is somebody gonna watch around? And
I'll take watch.
We will take watch. I will take watch with Tempest.
First, if that's okay. I'm really, really exhausted.
Yes, do that.
Okay. Cutter, are you still injured?
I have injuries, but I've had worse. I'm fine, and I appreciate your healing thus far.
Before I rest, I'm going to try and heal you again. I notice you get a look on your face when I heal you, but here you go. I will heal you again. And when she heals you, you get sick to your stomach, but then you get healed.
There is some cost to this healing, I see, but worth it.
Gotta wonder why that you keep getting sick. That kind of makes me scared. It's kind of making me scared.
Ooh, nice roll. 10 more hit points.
Woohoo!
I'll take it with the nausea.
That leech was so good. Is there any more left before I go to sleep?
I think Jimmy had extra. I'm sure he did. Just go through his bag. We won't tell.
It's really good.
And you hear later, Lucius comes up besides Helen, and he goes, Lady of Death, I also follow the Lord of Bones. How else would we both find necromancy so fascinating?
That is good. I'm sure Lord Hades appreciates your worship and that you are dedicated to him. I think the others feel a little uncomfortable with this. So perhaps we can chat in private so that they're not so uncomfortable. I don't think they appreciate the Lord of Death as much as we do.
Damn.
That's why I keep my religious affiliations private. You never know who's listening.
I don't really care what they think. My God is my God. I don't think that they should care what others think about their worship either. But perhaps you're more wiser than I am in this.
No, I think perhaps you can't hide it, the wings and all. But for myself, they'll know it when I can show it to them.
Ah, I look forward to that myself. I must now.
I'm sorry to interrupt you guys. A quick tech check. Is there someone with a hot mic? I'm hearing, it sounds like maybe Discord notifications going on. Is that just me?
No, I hear Discord notifications too.
Let's chat it up. Woo!
I heard that too, yeah.
Someone want to handle that.
It may have possibly been mine because I turned my mic on before, but
I think this is just people like listening, like we're actually like on a live show or something like that. We're being watched, and these are just the likes happening as we're talking. Just people just liking it. It's like beep 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 beep.
we're being spied on, man. The spy, they're what is it? Tapping the line.
It's almost like we're being watched or something. I don't know. Just get that feeling sometimes.
It's the CRS company. If anybody who remembers that movie in the 90s. All right,
government's watching us.
So hopefully that fixed it. I don't hear any more blipping, so that's good. But yeah, Cutter, thanks for the point. I thought it was me, and I was just ignoring it, thinking nobody else heard it. So I was like, let me just ignore it. All right. So yeah, y'all can get back into it. Did y'all want to go to take a rest, go to sleep or something? Or?
Yeah, that was our goal.
Yeah.
Okay. For the sake of argument, during this long rest, when you first watch, I know that was Cutter in space. I remember y'all saying that, or Cutter, excuse me, in Tempest. And the first watch seems to go, there's no problems other than, you hear the running of the water, the snoring of Jimmy, and everything else, but that's about it. But then each one of you starts to you hear like a laughter. This is what will happen to your souls. And as you hear this maniacal laughter and this talking about what's going to happen to your souls, you begin to have a cold fear, and around you, the actual, the dungeon disappears around each one of you. Now that each one of you is alone, hearing this, all of a sudden it seems like you were awake, and now the whole dungeon has disappeared. There's no more stone. It's just like an empty, dark room. And then you're starting to be cut from every direction, but you don't know where the blades are coming from. And you scream, and you see right before you Colderan, and he's cutting into you and whipping into your flesh with a cat of nine tails as he's torturing you. I shall devour and eat all of your souls. Each one of you will feast and be one of my children. And he rips open his shirt, and just like Freddy Krueger, you see like all the heads of all the people's souls he ever devoured screaming to get out of his chest. Ah! Help us! And when he opens his mouth, it's a flame in the gates of hell itself as he slowly sucks your soul in, and you're falling into his mouth. Ah! And then bam, you wake up, and Colderan laughs. Soon, come to me, my pets, and know what eternal suffering shall be. Oh, the sweet suffering. And then it just trails off into the distance. And each one of you, you've had this, you realize it was just a dream, and Colderan was showing you, exactly what he had planned to do with you for, rising up or threatening him at this point.
What
was that?
He says he will eat our souls, but I tell you now, he will eat the business end of Olar before this is through.
Jimmy, this is who you wanted us to side with?
We got to
think of
kill this
anyone
guy.
better?
He just threatened to eat our souls in our sleep.
Yeah, this guy is super powerful, right?
Jimmy got a point.
This guy's got to be super dead. I'm not
Did
going
you-
back sooner than I
in a
have.
sort of an undead way from your experience with the undead. Is that what you're saying?
Well,
I would not be
he
so
has the
certain, Helen.
souls of these creatures embedded in him. They don't get to the underworld. They're embedded in him. That's
Yeah.
cool.
Are
Yeah,
you
he's like a
sure that's
That was
collector.
not a
not
pretty
just a dream
picture.
or just an illusion? Because he has put a whole town just into like a sleepless stupor. He causes dreams. I think he might have some magical object. I don't think he's as powerful as he says he is. It's probably just an object he has.
We gotta
Yes,
kill
but
this guy.
You think there's some secret to this spell plague that's going on?
So you're saying that these souls that don't wake up are what are going straight to Calderon is what you're saying? That would make more sense as to why he looked like that. But it still doesn't sound like he's a good person regardless. I may not be a good person, but I
But
at least know he has to be stopped.
So these souls that are sleeping, aren't they going to eventually die?
Yeah. Pretty
We
much.
don't quite know yet. We're, I guess, investigating it.
That's the worst case scenario, unfortunately.
Some of them do, I believe, and I think didn't they say some of them come back as husks of their former selves?
Yeah. They don't come back
it's,
quite
it's
themselves.
probably kind of a waste of a soul, isn't it?
Okay. Well,
So perhaps
Husks
he's a
are
lich.
so easy to beat.
death is not
Confused.
so horrible, and that's not the problem. The concern that I have is that maybe these are not going to go where they would have gone if they were dead. They're going to end up a part of him and embedded into his force. That's
Well,
horrible.
whatever feeds him.
Horrible.
But who do we want more? Do we want him or do we want Red Morgan? I know we talked about siding with Red Morgan.
Who's
Why not
Red
both?
Morgan? Who is this you're talking about?
A Zentarum lady.
She's another person we encountered that kind of helped us.
Oh, she helped you?
Yeah, let's
Oh,
just
that's
say she kind of helped us, but we still
Wait.
don't trust her. So
And Cutter beat her girlfriend up, so I'm pretty sure she doesn't trust us either.
Well,
Hey, that was an arena fight. That was great.
It was awesome.
Cutter, you seem to get a
Wasn't
lot of
worth it.
trouble around you.
I told you, girl. I told you.
Can't even get a word in.
I do sometimes invite trouble, but I will tell you this. It was not 2 nights ago when we had finished defeating the wyvern, and I was resting. This was not a dream. It felt like a dream, and I was in a dream state. But these night dwarves, they came at me. Some psychic lash wrapped around me. I was unable to break free. Another one went straight into my body and was pulling at my soul. I saw a group of them sneering at me, pulling my soul from my body, and I knew that this was Calderon. It took all of my rage and all of my determination to grab that lasso and pull it back. I only live and I've survived through my determination and my anger and my wish for revenge upon this creature. He wanted this sword. It was the only reason I show Olar, which is a purple sword. It has Olar written on it that glows. He wanted this sword. I was worth it to him to take my soul just to get that sword. There was not even a formal request.
Well, I can't blame him there. I mean, if it was an important sword, it might be worth somebody's soul to take. But this guy's got to be stopped. He's preventing souls from going to the underworld where they're supposed to go.
I believe the sword might be the
Why
answer to
I'm
that.
with you guys.
But I mean, Jimmy does have a point. If we could get Calderon on our side, nobody would come at us.
You want to side with this freak?
Absolutely not.
Yeah,
by
I do.
siding with him, we just
But I
make him
do.
disappear.
Yeah.
I
do like gold and money and power. That's all I want is more power.
Okay, well, see, here's the thing. I don't have a lot of experience with what you guys have, but I've talked to a lot of People who have had experiences. 'Cause there's a lot of them. And these guys normally they betray you. They basically sell you one thing and then stab you in the back. So I don't think that's a good idea. And that's what they basically live for, those moments, because it's victory to them. I mean, it's cool. It's great stories and I love hearing about them. But I think if you're going to side with this guy, you're going to be sorry you did.
Well,
We don't have
there's
to.
certainly
We don't have
no-
to side with him for a long time.
Yeah,
We can just
We
piss
could
him
stab
up
him in
and
the
then
back.
and move on.
Why
yeah.
don't we do it that way? Why don't we act like we're his buddies and then we'll stab him in the
Say,
back?
we can say we'll work for him, bring him souls, and then
Yeah.
stab, chop, chop, fireballs and everything.
Snicker snack, stab you back. I
Yeah.
love it. Great.
Or Jimmy could feed him some food. That might kill him.
We just have to
Ooh.
make him think long enough that we're on his side long enough to just backstab him anyway.
I just want to learn how he does what he does.
I'm kind of interested in what he does as well.
Yeah,
I
I'm
mean,
interested in how he does this whole like skull plate thing, makes the night dwarves. Like, I don't think I could do that.
Well,
Why?
for one,
I think that would be cool to be
Give
able
me some time and I will.
he's a charismatic person that has turned the town like the entire town does not suspect him. For one,
Does the town know about him?
they do, but the fun part is they don't suspect him. See what I mean? A charismatic person who makes it seem like everything's okay, and on the
Well,
other side,
charismatic, but also powerful.
exactly.
And we have the thing that he wants. He wants Olar. We have it with us.
So what was that dagger you picked up there? Cutter tossed it to you, Yuri. Can you take a look at that?
Yes, we should
Yes,
have
I am
Lucian
curious.
look at this.
Also, the ring. We need
Yes.
to identify that as well.
I have
Hey.
a question, Choni.
Yeah.
Because our sleep was interrupted, did we actually heal or?
Yeah,
Cover
yeah.
our
You
healing
still healed, and I know that y'all want to identify those weapons, so I'll just go ahead and we'll say that you ritually identified and got those things done.
I could do a ritual. I have a ritual for identifying.
Yeah, so go ahead and just cast that, and what it is you're able to tell that both the ring, and the dagger. The ring is a ring of feather fall.
Cool.
Yeah, I already have a few of those, so keep. And then you have a +1 dagger.
I'm going to automatically hand off this dagger to a Tempest as I hand it off this way.
Hey! What am I, chopped liver?
Hey, I would gladly take the dagger. I can use that. I mean, I don't really need it. but-
Are you using that up close, Tempest? Doesn't
no.
somebody who's up
Does
close
Tempest use a
fighting-
dagger? Like,
I do use daggers, but I think this is I would rather you have it, Jimmy. You can use it to catch more stuff.
Hand it
I
off.
think a magical weapon for somebody who's up close fighting makes sense.
Yeah, I'm not getting it. I'm staying as far
Actually,
away as I can.
I wouldn't mind. Is a dagger? A dagger is a dexterity weapon, right?
dexterity. weapon,
Yes.
I could probably use something for getting close up because I really don't have much of anything in case that happens.
But Lucius, you never get up close and personal. You always run
Things
away.
always get up close to me.
And you run away.
I would nominate the Durgar because if we fight something that needs magical weapons to damage it properly,
Yeah.
Jimmy would be the most likely to be using it, not our spellcasting wizards or my.
I hope you're not up close to anything, Lucius, because I'm starting to like you a little bit, and
jeez.
you'll get killed quite easily. You're squishy.
Wow.
His
You're very
very
squishy.
light tinted blue skin turns like a deep purple.
You're very squishy. You'll get killed instantly.
So I've got the dagger then. I slip it into under my belt.
And if it's all the same to you, I'll keep this ring because I'm always the first one in, which means I'm the one most likely to fall into a pit or worse.
Matt, that makes sense. That makes sense.
I agree.
That being said, shall I lead us off?
So are we clicking a long rest, Tony?
Yep,
Yeah.
you've got your long rest. You're healed. You've got all your spell slots back. Everybody's good on that. Got your hit points. Everybody's full up to max. You know, not gonna nickel and dime you here to death. So everybody's full up. You wake up, like you said, you've had that horrible experience, from Colderan showing you, but you get the sense that there's a tinge of fear was in there, even though it was incredibly powerful and fearful to you. It's almost like you were, just like he was connected to you through each one of your minds, he was connecting himself. You also felt a little bit of him, like a weakening, like he's like a nervousness, a slight hint of fear, of weakness.
Yes. As
Tony,
he was hitting us with his cat o' nine tails. I'm scared of you.
Hey, you
Tony,
know,
I'm going to go into the corner before we leave, and I am going to pray to my father, my lord, and
Oh.
bless me with his guidance.
Gotta say those words.
Lucius, do you actually want a dagger? I will give you one.
Hey, real quick, since you're praying, I like the fact that you did that, but I want to have fun with it. Roll me a D20, and if you if you roll a 18 through 20, you get inspiration. Your God likes your prayer and decides to give you inspiration.
I did not. I rolled a 9.
You get the sense your God still hears you, but he has faith that today you can handle things yourself. You know, that you have your own strength from within.
I will do my best, Father, and I will honor you.
All right. So everybody is up. Do you want to, I assume we go back to where we left off, where y'all were in that hallway and everything else?
Yeah.
You know,
Can I make a request?
Going back, I'm gonna pull a little bit on Tempest's sleeve, and I'm going to whisper to her. Should we expect that Cutter's going to do some more stupid stuff?
Oh, yes, certainly. Yes. It's since I've been with them for a little while, and it's like a regular thing.
He's gonna get himself killed.
I think he wants that. I think he does. He doesn't like. I don't think he likes being the last of his clan. And it's very difficult to. I'm sorry. I'm just. I'm sorry. I'm getting a little flustered.
What an honor it is to be the last of his clan.
I don't think he sees it that way. He actually just asked me not too long ago if I wanted to start a clan with him.
What an honor.
Yeah, I would. That's definitely an honor. I don't know if I'm ready for that right now, but I've been thinking about it a lot lately, and I don't know. I have so much I want to do before I even get to that point in my life. Like I have to kill my father. He has to die.
Why? Oh, I've asked too much. I'm sorry. I'm just overly curious.
It's okay. Growing up, I guess you can say I didn't really have a really good childhood. Yeah, you know what? I can't do this right now. I'm sorry.
That's okay. You know what? Let's talk sometime when this is all over. And let's see where it goes. I kind of can understand what you're talking about because I have the same problem with my stepmom. Hate the bitch.
Did you kill her?
I would if I could, but that's not something I can do. And
well, if you ever need help, I got a fireball, I got an acid splash. Disintegrate a body.
Not gonna do it, trust me. But we can talk. We can talk when you feel that you're ready to share that.
Yeah, definitely. I'm so tired of keeping this in, Like I want to talk to Cutter about it. I kind of, the shirtless thing is I like it, but it's just I don't know where my head is at the moment.
Well, take this for what it's worth, and maybe it's helpful to hear. Your pain gives you power. And in some ways, you draw power and strength from it. So, although it's not easy to deal with, remember that it strengthens you.
Thank you. I mean, I've always thought of my pain as like a storm. I've been fighting even before I was born. So that really means a lot. Thank you.
It's at the end of the scene. Sorry, I didn't mean to.
Lucius
Sorry,
takes
my internet connection, guys, is a little spotty, so I lost what you just said.
I said, I'm sorry, Jimmy.
Jimmy like ruined the entire tension. He was like such a good mood. And I was like, Jimmy's like, burp, burp, burp. I'm like, I can't keep it.
I'm sorry, that was hilarious. I said that I've been fighting since before I was born, and it's just my pain now. I use it to, like you said, I use it to power my my magic, and it's just what you said. It actually really meant a lot to me.
I'm glad it helped. But let's just kill this bastard, or side with him and then kill him, or whatever the hell we're gonna do.
All right.
Oh, I would totally. I want his power first. He has power, and we can use that, and then we can kill him. I don't care about killing him. I don't mind killing him.
Well, I'm not interested so much in his power as much as he might have more things that I'm looking for. So,
what are you looking for?
yeah, are you a laundry list of
Wait,
stuff?
did Jimmy just come out of nowhere? Jimmy just sneaks up on
I
us.
do that. I sneak up because I'm short. That's the thing.
Raven, get the hell away, man. We were talking. What's wrong with you, dude? You scared the shit out of us.
Oh man.
You don't have to go into this fight, and you just scared the shit out of us.
It's a
Thanks.
valid question, though, right? Are you collecting the souls?
No.
Oh.
No.
And with that, I'm gonna lead Jimmy off away from people, away from you too.
Yeah, just be careful for Jimmy.
I
likes to kill
toddle
people.
off being led away.
It's a good thing. It's a good thing you're a good cook, man, because I don't know how this party would put up with you. You're so, I don't know, sneaky and scary and weirdo. And she puts on that creepy smile.
I believe the term you're looking for is a psychopath.
I think at this point we're all a little bit psychopaths. Like, we all are
That's
psychopaths.
true. That's probably true.
I mean,
Had I known that would have been so cool. Okay, thanks for letting me know, Yuri.
We should keep moving. We should keep moving.
Yes. I'm sorry.
By the way, Tempest.
yes.
Lucius would accept your offer of a dagger if you have one.
Okay, I will give that to you.
And you see him take it, and he's actually quite deft with it. He just flips it up really quickly and then puts it in his robe. Thank you.
Do you know how to use that? I don't want you to cutting yourself or anything, unless that's what you like doing.
He chuckles a little bit, and then where are you standing?
I'm standing like right beside Helen.
Oh, in that picture here that we have here?
No, I'm right here in the hallway, like right in the intersection, right next to Cutter.
I can't really see myself. Oh, there I am. Okay, yeah, he would just go. So he would just go like, you see Cutter in front. The Cutter's in front, right?
Yes.
Yes. That's Cutter right there.
He'll say,
This is space.
You see Cutter right there, and what's right in front of him?
Well, you have, if y'all are looking right now, you returned back to the dungeon or the crypt area. You've got that one hallway that originally right now it is to your east, right next to you, that originally you had checked down, and also Helen had made sure there was no undead. She checked with that as well to detect, see if she could detect that. So that hallway is pretty much, you can see all the way down to the end right there, and to the corner, but no one's gone all the way down it. And then you've got the other doorway that you've gone through already right here that you checked in that room. That was the alchemical room where you got the stuff.
On the end of the hall on the left. Yeah.
Yep, on the east. And then right here to the west, there's a little door. You can't see that right now in the picture. But that's that little tiny door that was that catty corner door that y'all had not gone through either yet. So you basically...
So what Lucius is going to do, he's going to throw that dagger past her face, like right by her face, past Cutter's face to hit the door. Should I roll for that?
Which door?
The one that's right in front of Cutter that you just described.
Well, it's not in front of Cutter. It's to the catty corner
left.
door. Yeah, or off.
Okay, I see.
Yeah.
Okay.
Or the other one. I don't know which one you're aiming at, but it's not.
Well,
right
here's the other view. Here you go. Now you can see it.
Gotcha,
Here's the
okay.
other door. Here's the other door.
I'm trying to figure out how I can show off my knife skills.
You know, I'm sick and tired of you guys trying to give me a new haircut every week. Every 2 weeks. Yuri just gave me one. Please.
Are you throwing this dagger between us?
Yes, I was going to throw it between them.
He's trying to show off.
Yeah, to show off, of course.
Okay.
Spacer, are you actually down a dagger?
Oh, you
now?
better not
'Cause I
roll
have an
one,
extra
dude. If you
I'm
roll one
fine.
and hit us-
I don't use my daggers anymore.
I'm going to roll. Yeah, should I roll it now?
Make a roll, baby.
You roll one and hit us, man. I am going to be so pissed at you.
Do not roll a 1.
15. There you go. 15.
All right,
So- Yeah, I throw it past Cutter's, like right past Cutter's ear and right past Tippus's face, and I go, "Yeah, I think I'm pretty good." And he walks past Cutter. And he was
I'm gonna beat him to the door, and I pull the dagger out and I say, "No more daggers for you," and I put it in my belt.
I was like, I meant to throw it there. I was making a point.
And so am I.
You could have this magical longsword if you want, but I would prefer to have a dagger that's not even magical.
Why would you have a dagger if you're someone who should be in the back?
Because I can throw one.
So let me understand this. You have a magical longsword, but you want so badly to have a dagger.
I'm more proficient.
That doesn't really make
Why
any
do
sense.
you have a magical sword? You shouldn't be using a sword, should you?
Everybody should have a defense when it's coming up close.
But again, Lucius, you run away from everything.
I'm an elf, and yes, I've used this sword. If you recall, I slayed that. I don't even remember what I slayed. I slayed that monster back then in the dungeon. Do you not recall it? I swung up and
What
I
monster should we recall? The troll or the elemental?
I don't remember which one it was, honestly, but yeah.
was that on the bridge?
When he ran up and just went crazy, and like everyone was like, "Oh, you're such a wimp," and he just runs up and just like when he attacked. I think it was
Just decimated that dude.
Are you talking about the troll?
Was it the troll?
Yeah,
I think
it was the troll. I
wasn't it?
think. Yeah.
I thought it was
Helen will come up to Cutter and she'll put like her hand on his shoulder and say, "Could you please just return the dagger to
Yes, Cutter, please. Just give me the dagger.
Yes. I'll toss it kind of flippantly, and I'm going to actually start walking down that corridor. I say we should go here first.
I wanted to do it.
All right,
as well.
all right, so y'all are heading down this corridor right here.
Are we following Cutter? He just kind of decided.
We're just gonna go down the corridor now.
All right, let's go.
I chose to follow Cutter.
Okay.
I follow Cutter at this point.
I mean, it's what we do.
It's
It's and Cutter usually just leads us to our deaths. I mean, and we get out of it time and time again.
Who's in the back making sure that we're not ambushed from?
Oh, that's usually Yuri.
That's usually me.
I'm usually in. Oh no!
Yeah.
Now I'm usually in the middle. Actually,
Yeah.
I was in the back. Like
Usually,
earlier.
I'm behind Cutter because I can actually see things.
All right.
Do any of you know this spell called Fireball that was launched by our mage
Fireball.
long ago? Maybe we shouldn't be in such a straight line.
Well, what are we gonna do?
We're
This
in
is,
a hallway,
this is a hallway.
Helen.
I know.
Unfortunately,
but
that
maybe we
Want
should let
to
Cutter
start crawling the walls and stuff?
go first for a little bit and us follow not so closely?
That's fine.
Send a scout.
I can look ahead if you'd like. I can go quietly.
Oh yes, Lucius, don't you have a familiar? Maybe we can send your what was it the
That's
last time? A rat, right?
Familiar. Why don't you summon your familiar and have him scout ahead?
You learned that in a book?
Of course I could. Since
Yeah.
you've asked so nicely.
Would you please?
But did you learn that in a book though? Because if you did, I might have to reconsider. Really.
Oh my God, y'all are vicious.
Well, he's a wizard, unfortunately, for that matter. He did learn everything from the book.
He summons Fievel. He goes, don't listen to her, Fievel. You're better than she is.
Fievel.
He summons.
Fievel.
Okay.
Fievel. I get it.
We're just gonna hold back her temper and just kind of hold her great axe in her hand like this. She's just gonna very slowly.
So Fievel goes west.
All right, so Fievel the mouse right here.
Fievel the mouse. Who's like,
All right.
That's right.
So we got Fievel.
Should I look my perception or?
Well, as Fievel, you can go ahead and if you want to roll perception with Fievel.
Is it investigation or perception? Which one would it be?
What are you trying to do with Fievel first?
Well, I don't know because I can't see ahead of us.
Hold on, we're gonna get a different camera view in a second. So you can see
How
ahead.
long is the hallway? Where does it turn?
You're right about at where the turn is at. I'd say within 20 feet of the turn itself in the hallway. You'll see it in just a moment when we get that over there. So we're just working on that.
So I guess the mouse is probably going to go.
So
around
he goes around the corner. You won't need a perception check for this. You see he comes to a door.
And does this door have any kind of cracks that a mouse could slip through?
Let's
I guess I'll do an investigation.
Underneath.
Yeah, you can do an investigation of the door.
That was a terrible roll.
Ow.
+6 and a 9, huh? Woo.
The mouse really doesn't notice anything that it can crawl through the door. It's, it looks, it's doing its little mouse thing. It's not the most intelligent thing in the world. Obviously, it's an animal, but it's controlled more or less by you. You have a connection to it. So, but it does, no cracks in the door for it to slip through. It's a pretty sturdy door itself.
And you see my eyes are pretty much like all white, because I'm working pretty much. And suddenly my pupils come back and they dilate, and then I go, there's a door.
We had to go through all of that to know that there's a door around the corner. And he goes, ugh, and he'll walk. He's not even a stealth now. He's gonna walk around the corner.
Cutter, come on.
Fievel comes skittering back.
Give me with Fievel before Cutter walks. Give me a perception roll. Roll really high with Fievel.
Careful with that mouse too, because I've seen Cutter.
Yeah, you're gonna have to
squish
crit.
baby animals before.
Crit with that mouse. Okay, you did not crit with it. God damn. All right. Well, Cutter walks around the corner, and Cutter, damn it, give me an acrobatics.
I love it.
Oh shit!
As the little mouse comes scurrying away, runs away.
It's a saving throw, right?
Yeah, give me an acrobatics. Yeah,
I get advantage because I'm a barbarian. Hey.
There you go.
Nice.
But it's a say. Okay, yeah, got it. Correct. Here we go. At advantage.
That's
All
22.
right. All right. So as you round the corner, okay, you go walking around, and as you do that, you don't even realize it. Fievel's now coming back and everything else, and you go straight in front of Fievel, and all of a sudden you step on. You don't even realize there's a pressure plate, and as you step on the pressure plate, you hear a ka-chink, ka-chunk, ka-chunk. Really quick, a series of gears wind and turn, and then this cup kind of comes around. It almost looks like a small bucket, but it's holding probably about the size of what would be a man's hand, two men's hand put together, a large man, what you could put into it. Small cup, and it comes slinging out the wall attached to a stick, and as it stops, this liquid goes flinging through the air. Now, luckily, this can't be good, so you instantly, you definitely can't get out of the way of the liquid by dodging to one way. So you literally take your foot into one of the grooves of the wall, and with your amazing 22 roll, you're able to do a flip inside this small hallway and land back near kind of right where this liquid would have hit. And as the liquid hits it and hits the ground, it smolders and smokes and smells as it begins to eat away at the rock. And it's a corrosive green liquid. You know, it kind of makes you all cough in the hallway.
Oh my!
That was a wicked dodge.
That poor rock.
That was like alien blood.
Yeah, pretty much.
This
Pretty
is
much.
res 5 protectively. You
All
did
right,
a good
then.
job.
Survived again, shall we? And I'll keep walking.
All right. So you keep walking and you get to the door. Does everybody follow Cutter for the sake of argument? Should I assume that? Or does anybody want to do something different?
Yeah, I will follow
he was
Cutter.
he was sent as a scout, so I feel like we are still probably a little bit back,
Yeah.
I
We're
will,
following, but not
like
as
10, 20
closely,
feet,
not at his
whatever.
heels.
yeah, I'll
Okay.
be like 10 feet behind Cutter.
I say to Cutter, perhaps we should let Jimmy take care of the door, and then Fievel can look through it on the other side to see if there's things in there that's dangerous. You know, unlocking the door or whatnot.
Jimmy, do you want my thieves tools again?
Yeah.
Cutter.
Where the
Is
hell
there a
are my
window in
keys?
the door?
He'll wait.
We really don't need to break this door, I don't think.
If there's a window in the door, why don't you see if your mouse can slip through?
Is there a window in the door?
No, there's no window in the
No,
door. This is
I
a
asked earlier
solid
if
door.
cracks or ways to get through.
Okay.
So what are y'all trying to do?
I'm going up there to try to unlock the door if it's locked. I guess I'll try the door handle first.
All right. You try the door handle. You try to jiggle it. You know, it makes a slight sound, but it's definitely a locked door.
Right.
How
So
about-
then I'm gonna use Tempest's thieves tools because mine are broken, and try to unlock this thing.
All right. Go ahead and roll your thieves tools.
I got a 16.
All right, that does it. With as the tumblers fall into place, you definitely work your magic, and the door unlocks. And as you swing it open, you see this inside. Let me describe it to you.
Oh my god.
Hold on.
There's some shit happening in there.
No, it's not. Not what you think. All right. Hold on 1 second. There you go. All right. So as you go into this area, you notice, all these people are kind of being suspended in this air around this glowing central orb that is pulsating with a blue light. The same blue light that you also saw with the orb in the alchemical chambers that y'all had saw, and also the same blue of that force field wall that is in front of the double doors way there at the end of the hallway in the front. And all these people are floating around. They kind of look like, remember in the movie It, where they all float down here, Billy boy. Yeah, so they're all floating in the air around this thing, and they look to be asleep. Now, some of them are in other states, like some of them look extremely emaciated. Some look like they just got there a little while ago. Others still look like they're pretty much almost dead, but they're all just floating at different heights, suspended in midair around this pulsating orb. That again is the same color as the force field.
I would destroy that orb.
All
I
right.
think there's a force field in front of it.
No, the force field. Same color as the force field that y'all
Same
saw.
color, but it's not a force field.
No, the orb is the same color as the force field that was in front of the double door that the guard was originally guarding. So it's the same color. And the same color as the other orb in the alchemical chambers as well.
But we didn't see any floating dudes in the alchemical chamber.
Nope,
There was
just
just
the
that
orb.
one dead dude. Yeah.
Yep, and just the glowing, pulsating, same color orb in there.
Cutter's right there, so I say, Cutter, look at this shit. And then I peek my head around the corner and call for Lucius, I guess. He's probably the intelligence-based one. and ask him to come over and check this out.
All right.
He walks over, carefully, I suppose. Somewhat. He walks over just kind of casually, and he sees the glow. I'm guessing he'll probably see the glow cast on the wall, and you can see him go, oh, like he's so this is what it's for.
I'm moving into the room stealth because I see there's some other kind of entrances to other alcoves in case there's somebody around. So I will move in stealthing.
Should I make an Arcana check, or should I just make an educated guess as a player?
If you're trying to inspect the orb, let me go down the list now. Now that everybody, I assume, in the room or walking in the room.
Oh no, that's too small.
I don't think we're
room.
in. We're just gazing into the room. I think. I don't think we've entered.
Okay, you're just gazing. No problem. Give me an Arcana check if you're just looking at it from a distance. It's going to be at disadvantage a little because you're kind of far from it if you're like 10, 20 feet away.
Do I see the people though floating around it? Because I'm
yes,
guessing
you see it.
To...
Some of them look like townspeople. Some of them look like adventurers. You know, it's all a variety of people that are all floating around this pulsating orb. And what was that Arcana roll you got? Okay, 14. It's with disadvantage. Even with disadvantage, you get the sense that this orb is pretty much the same exact orb that you saw in the Arcana chamber. In the alchemical chamber. And you're able to discern now that you've had a good look at both of them that these orbs must somehow, again, be connected to the force field. Maybe there's somehow... you get the idea, maybe it's powering it somehow, the force field that is in front of those double doors that you saw.
Would I be able to stipulate or coagulate together that perhaps that's connected to the dreamers and to the soul sucking, because it looks like their souls are being taken out of them since some of them are emaciated?
Give me an investigation.
May I assist? Let me just take a look real quick.
I got a natural 20.
Okay.
Oh, well, I don't need to assist. So even though you're at that great distance, your investigation, you're smart, you're a wizard, you can now get the feeling, okay, this is using the power maybe of the sleepers combined with his other magical powers, that somehow you put it together. You don't know exactly how, but maybe that power and the other orb combined with these sleepers is powering that force field that is, somehow blocking the entrance to his final crypt, you assume.
And then I go, yes, I knew it. I knew he was using some object and it's not his own power.
So Helen will lean over to Lucius and say, "We need to destroy that."
Well, no kidding. That's I believe. I'm sure that's how
he's harvesting.
Where she's getting this power. Yes.
It's got to be destroyed. In the name of Lord Hades, it's got to be destroyed.
Ooh.
Where? And then he goes, but we should explore where this came from, this necrotic element that he's able to...
Souls from our Lord.
Oh, hell. And so he just casts catapult, picks up a stone and casts catapult.
Why does it sound so dark and mysterious?
So he takes a little object of stone that's on the ground, I suppose it's like 1 pound, and throws it at the orb.
You throw a stone at the orb?
It's a spell.
With catapult.
With catapult. Okay, go ahead and...
It's a level 1 spell. I cast it as a level 1 spell.
Yeah, so Oh yeah, you definitely... Okay. So you throw out this orb, the spell goes off. Do you want to describe... I will tell you that you see a huge blue light flash as the orb explodes, as you want to describe how you attack it.
My eyes, though, perhaps. I'm guessing there's going to be some kind of explosion, so I'm going to see, before I do that, I go, perhaps you should step back behind the wall. Magical things.
Single step behind.
Magical things breaking might explode.
I'm just still watching.
You're just hanging around the corner. Everybody.
And then he throws it and then closes and shields his eyes.
I'm going to pass into the adjacent room then, since there might be an explosion.
All right, so you're gonna go into this room right here, all right. So as you go into that room, we'll get back to you in a second what you see in there, Cutter, because the door was actually unlocked. You were able to just go right into it. So as this orb is shattered, you see the sparks of the energy of the magical energy. And as it destroys and dissipates, you actually, for a second, the glass goes out, or whatever it's made out of, and then it goes right back into itself and almost an implosion. And then poof, it's just gone in a wisp of dust. And you see the light and the orb is gone. And at that moment, all the people start slowly descending from the ceiling and they begin to wake up. You know, some of them, it looks like they don't wake up at all. Like they just apparently passed from this, passed away anyway. They were just too far gone to, come back to consciousness and back to real life. But the other people, some of the town guards, the townspeople, it looks like some adventurers. And it's like, one of the, what am I doing here? Then it's a little boy. I want my mommy. Where's my mommy? and then you have
a crying child.
And then you have another woman. What am I doing here? Where's my husband? How did I get here? I remember I was not feeling well. Had a dream about some awakening. Oh, me too. Hey, me too. Right. Mommy. They're all talking at the same time. All right.
Okay. Let's just calm down, people.
Lucius says, calm down. Calm down. You have been in the dungeons of Calderan, and now you owe us.
Calm down. You're in the worst place you could be.
He's not nicer than I was. I was just gonna say, shut up.
I was about to say, can you give us information? Damn, like I'm about to get information from you and be nice. Shame.
So Helen will say, listen up, people. Lucius here has saved you, and the best thing you can do is leave, like now.
But not before you give us your money, if you have any.
Oh God.
The little boy's like, I ain't got
No, we don't need you to start.
Not you, little.
You can leave. Boy. We don't want to hear you crying.
No. I'm scared.
Yes,
I pick this crying boy up and throw him out into the hallway.
All right, one
you didn't hear me, did you? Throw.
Oh my God.
Do it, do it athletics roll to see how far you toss the child.
Yeah,
see how far you toss the child.
Can I help him? Can I help him with?
Oh my God,
guys!
Yes,
7.
Yes.
Yeah, can I just use my Gus cantrip and just push him?
Holy Jesus, we're already known for murder. Can we act like we're nice people and then we can be evil later? Shit.
So hold on.
We're always evil.
So
yeah, but there's nothing more evil than a child that cries for no reason. I mean,
child just woke up in a random dungeon. What do you think?
I wouldn't cry. I just asked why I was here.
A child is going to cry no matter what.
Hey, y'all! It sounds like
we need a hatchet.
So Tony,
yes, yeah.
You said that there's some that are dead.
Yeah, some of them obviously were drained too much. You can tell those bodies just came down and they just kind of didn't do anything. They're just gone, right, like sucked pure of their energy.
Okay, so Helen's going to be very concerned that these souls were stolen from Lord Hades. She doesn't like that at all. And she is going to cast a cantrip that I have called Spare the Dying. And if they're at 0 hit points, they become stable. And she will tell the people there to bring those people out with them.
Okay.
Because she does not want this Calderon to have anything that belongs to her father.
All right. So you cast Spare the Dying, but nothing. It's really weird. The light emanates. You see it kind of go from your body and kind of settle onto them the way it normally does. But it doesn't. Nothing seems to happen. The bodies just don't seem to react. Whatever has happened, it seems to be too far gone at this point.
All right, so she will curse under her breath.
Because of your effort, to satisfy your god Hades, give yourself inspiration.
Oh.
So how fresh is the meat on these bodies?
I mean, it's been sucked dry, so it's kind of husky, like jerky, like beef jerky. So I guess this from a man who eats almost anything, Jimmy. I guess human or human, elf, and whatever other beef jerky down there might be good for you. I don't know.
I'm going to pretend that I didn't try to hear.
I'm gonna turn to Cutter.
These bodies.
Yeah, I'm gonna start harvesting from their ribs.
I'm gonna turn to whoever is closest to me. If I die, do not feed me to Jimmy. Make sure if you have to set me on fire, I don't care what you do.
Noted.
Do not let Jimmy get to me.
Don't worry. I always when I out of character, when I get to higher levels, I will take a fireball spell if that makes you feel better.
Tempest, there's a difference between our comrades and, well, meat. And I understand why Jimmy wants to eat them.
I honestly, I don't.
Helen, if you're so upset about these souls being sucked into Calderon, let's just find our way to Calderon and end him.
Yes.
That's a good point, actually.
Jimmy, that is disgusting.
I look up with a piece of meat in my mouth from whatever
Jimmy,
person's
why don't
down
we come
there.
back for these later? We've got business.
Yes, we do.
Real quick, Cutter, when you went in that room, when you went into this room, as you know, the explosion went off, you noticed in there a lot of basic food stuffs. Like, you know, there is, looks like alcohol is in there, beer, ale.
That's where I need to be.
You've got all sorts of meats, spices. Basically, this looks to be like the perishables area where Calderon is storing all his food stuffs for himself.
I will grab the biggest jug of alcohol and then I will head out.
All right.
I'm gonna grab some spices. Because there was a mention of spices earlier. Whatever's the brightest colored in there, turmeric and paprika and stuff like that.
All right. Does anybody else want to grab anything from the storage area? Like I said, you've got food in there, meat. Looks like there's salted beef hanging up. You know.
Yeah, Yuri's just gonna raid the dungeon.
I would help Yuri because I'm not trying to eat leech again.
Gotcha. Yeah, I don't want to eat people. Thank you very much. I don't want to, I don't think turning into a zombie is a D&D thing. Please don't make it a thing, Tony. But I really don't want to eat people.
I actually did make it a thing in another adventure, but anyway. So what are we? I'm gonna go down the list, and everybody tell me what they're doing at this point. I'm gonna hold on. So since you were talking, we'll go with Raven or Jimmy. What are you doing right now? What are you gonna do?
I'm sorting through the spices, looking for really like brightly colored stuff.
Okay, roll a 1d4, and that's how many spice things you get that look valuable to you.
3.
Okay, there you go. So you get 3 spices, and we'll figure out the value of those later. It'll be nice and valuable. All right, Cutter, what are you doing? You got the alcohol, and you're just rolling out.
Well, now that you said that there's some hanging meat, I'm going to go ahead and grab a piece of meat and tear off a piece as I uncork the alcohol. But I do want to keep moving, so I'll head back down the corridor and kind of watch as I eat and drink and wait for the group to follow up.
Gotcha. Okay, so Cutter's back down the corridor. Jimmy is, doing that. Got his spices.
Was there not another exit here?
There is not another exit. There was one exit.
There looks to be 3 doors.
Why would you say that?
1, 2, 3, because there's 3 in the room.
It looks like 3 hallways, that's why.
They're alcoves.
Oh, you're talking about this right here, this alcove area?
Yeah, whatever that door is, or the hallway there that we have not explored.
That is not a door. You aren't supposed to. That's a secret damn door. But now that you know it's there,
that's not a secret door.
Yeah, it is actually. Watch. See,
how secret could it be? I was like, well, what about that one?
Locked, so it was hard for us to see if it was a passage.
Yeah, I know. That's my fault. Helen's right. It was kind of like, what's funny? The good team did.
Roll for it anyways.
The good team did the same thing because they saw the black paper there. They're like, so, what's that area? And I was like, oh, man. All right, so apparently you want to go check that area. Okay. Jimmy, give me an investigation roll since you're over there.
All right.
Well,
That is a 16.
Oh, you roll good. Okay. So, Jimmy, as you're Cutter has gone out. He's getting drunk. Helen, well, not Helen, but you got the meat in your mouth, but you apparently thought this area looked kind of strange. So you begin to look around it, and you see one of the bricks seems to be a little bit like off color to you. And as you go to press it, it slides in with a grating. And as that happens, this ding 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 lifts up. Let me see, get up. This lifts up this wall, so the wall comes out, and now you see this area.
Hey, everybody, come look at this.
Oh. I like how cool it is. Just the actual piece of equipment, like what we're looking at, like the Dwarven Forge, looks kind of cool.
Yeah.
Let me see if I can. JC will move that camera in a second so we can show you what's in that room, but I'll begin to describe it. As you look in that room, hold on. You see inside, Jimmy's able to peer through it. You see a few treasure chests. You see 1, 2, 3, 4. Five treasure chests, and you also see in the corner, because like way up front in the alcove, in front of it, it appears to be like a net type, and it's shimmering.
Sorry, a net?
Like a net. It's shimmering. Let me see if I can give you a better.
There's a net in the corner, like a spider web?
Like Funicello?
No, not Coachella. A net, like an actual.
Never mind.
Oh, you got me.
Like a rope net.
Yes, like an actual net.
Okay. Doesn't look like a spider web, does it?
Nope. I'm gonna give you an even better description in just a second. Let me see if I can get it. Because that one was All right. You have discovered an ancient treasury, half a dozen rotted chests covered with corrosion, and are sealed by padlocks. Underneath one of the torches lies what appears to be a net that is shimmering with like a white light.
We should take that.
Shimmering with a white light. Is this some kind of arcane trickery?
Lucius, do you know what this is?
Read about this in one of your books?
Lucius was deep in his thought, thinking, he's just talking out loud. I wonder if the souls, the anatomy is different for one that has a soul and one that doesn't have a soul. I wonder if I can find that. And then suddenly you take him out of his thoughts. He goes, "What? What?"
This net over here. Can you take a look at it and see what you think?
I suppose I could take 10 minutes to look at it. I think it's 10 minutes, right?
All right.
Yeah,
So, real quick though, the people that you had freed, they saw you toss the kid, and they've all skedaddled out of there. So that room is now empty. They quickly left, cursing, some of you saying, what kind of heroes are you supposed to be that you had hurt a child, as they picked it up and it was crying. Cutter was drinking as they walked by, and they dare not speak trash to him.
If they're not offering me their legs, they're useless. They should get out of here.
So they're all out of the room now. You got a nice empty room. They have left since everybody threw the kid out. And
Lucius is not going to come up next to that thing until he has Fievel do an investigation check.
As they're leaving, I'm going to say to Tempest, did you check and see if they had any money on them first?
Oh, they kind of all just ran out of there really quickly. I just, after the kid left crying, they just, they said,
considering they're a child,
next time we'll do it.
Well, I tried to use the Gus.
Break. I'll be right back.
I tried to use the Gus cantrip, so he didn't really hit a wall or anything. But the crying, I couldn't take it. I could not take it.
Oh, I know. Ugh, God, my ears. Ugh, kids.
Ugh.
Sorry, I'm used to crying children, unfortunately, so my ears are a little more immune compared to everyone's. Like
Helen will give you this. Helen will give you this like appalled look.
You have crying children. I'm confused.
Let's just say I've had to take care of. Let's just say I've had to take care of children before, but they're not mine. So I'm kind of used to.
Did you enslave them like Hatchet?
Like to think so, but we'll leave that conversation for another day.
Guys, we're sitting here talking. Look at this money.
I thought Jimmy would have opened them up by now.
I was about to say, I thought Jimmy would have done that by now.
So what are we doing, team?
Well, since Jimmy is not here.
Lucius holds back Helen and lets Five-O go forward to do an investigation. He rolled a 19.
Okay, he goes into the room to invest. What is he investigating?
Five-O's investigating for traps.
Well,
First he's going to be looking around the net because that's what they want him to identify.
Okay, so you're investigating for traps around the net then. Okay, the 10 feet area.
Five-O is the one there, just in case you didn't hear.
Okay, so yeah, because I can't Spidey sense the whole room with traps, so we can do a specific area. All right, so you rolled a 19. You don't detect any traps in front of the net. This thing is shimmering, and Cutter, you're still out in the hallway, I assume, or did you come back?
I assume I have no idea what's going on, so I'm just getting drunk and eating and waiting.
Okay, so
man, I should be getting drunk too.
So Cutter's not there, so so none of you recognize this net. It just is like this shimmering, glowing net. It's obviously magical of some kind, but you can't tell how.
So Lucius is going to come in then, and he'll say, okay, I'll identify it. It looks safe enough. And he's going to spend 10 minutes meditating and creating, like, putting the candles out and everything to do a ritual to identify it.
Okay, and let me go back to Helen, because I think Helen was about to say something too, and we'll get back to identification. Helen, what did you want to do?
Well, I'm going to wait for him to identify, and then I will wait for his little friend to go check out the other chests. I'm interested in seeing if there's anything that that I would be interested in.
Are any of the chests locked by chance?
We're gonna find out.
Yeah.
I think Lucius will probably be standing in front of the net.
So as you go and let's do the identification, you are able to discern from this net. You've never seen anything like this before, Lucius, but you are able to tell, and because you used identification, it tells you this is a net of dreams. And you remember that is what Cutter was attacked with in his dream when they tried to capture the soul. So you instantly are now aware that this net, although extremely rare because this is what is used to capture sleepers in their sleep. So most likely this is what Colderan was sending his night dwarves out with, to capture the people's souls and make them fall asleep as they slowly, whittled or wasted away. So you have found the net of dreams, Colderan's main weapon.
How exactly is?
What is it? I think.
Hold on a second, Lucius knows this stuff, guys, but we don't.
Yeah.
Right?
Keep forgetting we can't metagame.
So
sorry.
No metagaming. What is it, Lucius? What is it?
This is a special net made particularly for wizards.
For wizards.
For you, right?
Jesus Christ.
You should keep it as long as it's nothing that would detract from our Lord. Then
it doesn't detract. It's if I'm not mistaken, this has necrotic energy, but not just necrotic.
Got that chronic energy.
Necrotic. And I think what kind of a glow does it have? Because I would be able to identify that, right, or not?
The net of dreams.
Is it necrotic or?
I'll give you a perfect description of it. Hold on, so you know exactly what you're looking at. Hold on, buddy.
I'm not sure if I'm going to say the truth. I guess I'd have to roll deception, but depends on what I say.
This opalescent circular net is 3 feet in diameter and woven of thousands of silky strands. Once each night, it can capture the dreaming life energy of a sleeping creature. The entire net seems to shimmer when when it contains an active life force. You are aware of that no new victim can be captured because you know how to operate it while the life force is in the net. However, once entrapped, a life force can be magically withdrawn from the net and kept caged, allowing the net to be used to capture another victim. Without his life force, a sleeper will contact dream fever and slowly die. You are also aware, this is interesting because you used identification, the net of dreams can capture negative energy as well as positive, making it effective against wraiths, shadows, haunts, specters, and other undead that live largely on the negative plane. You know that.
All right, and so that
Nobody
would
else.
make it definitely a necrotical, like glowing black or green.
What did you say?
So it's definitely a necrotical magical artifact.
Yeah, well, it's a magical weapon of yes, obviously, but it's not black or anything. It's like I said, it's a circular net. It's 3 feet in diameter and woven of thousands of silky strands.
And it does take the life force. So it does it say? Would I know that it takes the life force? That
You're aware of what it is, and you know that this is used to capture the life force of a sleeper. So
she will,
You're
she will
hinting
ask
at identify, knowing, being able to tell you the school of magic that it comes from, right?
pretty much. Okay, well,
Yeah.
I'm gonna say, okay, this is so. Lucy goes. This is a rare find. I think this Calderon is a fraud.
Just spit it out, man. What the hell is this thing? Jesus Christ!
It can only
Just
be used by
spit it out!
wizards. It's a net. It's the net of my dreams.
That of my dreams.
Oh, Jesus!
And then he starts bundling it up, and it's quite useful. It's quite useful.
But
It's
you already
many
have
things.
the magical sword. Do you need both?
Is this something that is giving him this power to keep souls from my lord?
I don't think it keeps the souls from the Lord. What it does, and this is the fascinating part, it takes them in their dreams. So you remember that dream that Cutter had described to us, where he was attacked in his dream. So I am not sure exactly if their souls would depart, and of course you go to Merkul or Hades or what have you. I believe that this gives you the power over dreams. Do you know how powerful that is? That you can literally get into someone's dream.
So what you're saying is, this is his weapon.
It's a dream reaver.
This is his power.
Exactly.
And now it's ours.
What's taking you so long up there?
We found his weapon.
Treasure.
Grab it.
Lots of
Don't tell Cutter. Do not tell Cutter.
net.
I keep forgetting that. Sorry.
Grab it now.
Ignore I said that. You're fine.
He was
He's
already
fine.
bundling away like his precious into a backpack.
Yeah,
And he's
she's
gonna hurl his empty wine bottle at the net.
so Tony.
Yes.
I'm going to be helping Lucius stuff this into his backpack, but at the same time, I want to do an insight check. My character would want to know if he's lying to her.
Ooh, okay, so you'll have to do a deception. You'll have to do deception, Lucius, to see if her insight
Was I
beats her
lying? I think
deception.
I was telling the
That's only
truth.
if he's lying, though.
He doesn't know that.
Yeah, she doesn't know, so you know.
He thinks you're lying to her, but you probably don't think you're
Well,
lying
so
to
let-
her.
she would
so
just roll an insight check, and then if she rolls low, I think she would believe me or not. I don't know.
If she rolls high and you roll low, she thinks you're telling the
Okay,
truth.
I guess.
I would
Wait,
say,
But
if I would
it'd be
say,
more performance than deception.
yeah, I would
Unless I
say,
was actually lying.
I would say though, just roll your deception. So this way, if I could just say she discerns nothing, if your deception beats it, everything seems fine to her.
Okay.
And then insight, go ahead, Helen.
19.
Drum roll.
All right. So, it still seems you did it. And you get the feeling that he's telling the truth because you got an insight and, you don't sense any deception from Lucius whatsoever. Luscious whatsoever.
She will still give him the eye, she's very guarded when it comes to things about, Lord Hades and what her assumptions are about some of the things that she's hearing. And she will just give him the eye, but she will trust him that he's telling her the truth at this point.
He comes to her and he goes, I'm sure he is a fraud. He's just a master of illusion and nothing else. These artifacts are what gives him the power.
Let's kill him.
Fraud or not, that damn net. That was it.
I think we tried to hide it from you.
We tried to hide it from you. We don't know about the net.
Well, to actually allow the DM to tell me whether or not I saw it.
Oh, you want to see? Wait, so
Did you come into the room or are you still in the other room?
There.
I guess
Still drinking in the other room, dude.
I just play acted everything where I walked in. I said, "Where were you guys? You guys didn't hear that?"
No.
I saw you
Nobody
sitting
heard
there
me?
drinking, so I assumed that you were.
Is there a bottle
within
at the
earshot,
net,
at least.
guys?
He did say he threw a bottle at the net.
He did.
Yeah.
He said, I heard it when he said he walked in.
Okay.
And said,
Well, then
"Where
do-
you
You guys
been?"
just pretending
Let's-
like you didn't hear me.
Let's do a perception versus their deception because they're trying to hide it from you. So one of you roll deception. We'll say Lucius, since he's the one actually trying to put the net the most.
Can I
and-
assist? I will assist Lucius.
So that's an advantage.
Yeah, technically. Ooh, but I feel bad then because Cutter's not getting. Okay, well that's the way it goes though, because you did say you were gonna assist.
That's my me roll.
I gotta.
tell you.
I feel bad unless someone someone's gonna assist Cutter.
Yeah, she did.
Seeing the net. So.
Well, I
but it's
mean,
not-
Cutter's
Helen
also
assisted me.
drunk too, isn't he?
Yep, he's been drinking,
So
dude.
wouldn't he be at disadvantage?
I still rolled a 5.
He rolled a 5.
I rolled a 16. I got a 16.
No.
All
Oh
right.
yeah, 2 5s.
So
Look at
Cutter,
that.
Cutter, you walk in there all pissy drunk, and hey, what the hell going on here? Hey, Stuart,
Treasure.
what are you
Alright.
doing
That is
here?
not Cutter.
What are you doing here?
Cutter, are you okay?
I'm great now.
I'm gonna toss my thieves tools to Jimmy so he can check the chest, and I'm gonna lead Cutter back out of the room.
All right. Before I
I
check the
think
chest.
I think that's enough for you, and I'm gonna
Right.
take the wine bottle from him.
Never enough.
Right.
Right
Before I
before
check the
Jimmy.
chest.
Wait.
Real quick,
Oh,
Cutter,
alright.
roll Constitution
Okay,
to
go
see
ahead.
how drunk you are. Just give me a
Oh,
straight.
he better not throw up on me.
Oh Jesus.
Let's see if your con is low, you puke on.
It
You're gonna puke.
hasn't been that long. I guess.
That's
I guess
true.
he had a lot to drink though.
We'll
for a
just
short amount
we'll
of
just
time.
give him that he's about a little
He's been
drunk.
chugging.
Okay, he's okay right now. He didn't puke, but you got you're gonna be praying to the porcelain god quite soon. So you're not completely wasted, but you're feeling it.
I'm taking the bottle away from him.
So Helen will whisper to Lucius and say, "Can your familiar check for traps on these chests of gold?"
Of course, my lady.
Gold.
Do you realize we must be close to Calderon now? If this
We
is his
must.
stash for his weapon, and this is where he was keeping the souls, he must be close.
He must be.
We should keep an eye out.
We'll destroy him together.
We'll use his net on him. It's going to be wondrous.
That would be revenge. My father would be pleased.
While they're having their little powwow, Yuri's just gonna give guidance to Jimmy while he's trying to unlock the chests and just
Well,
take
I
the
think
gold.
they're going to try and check for traps. First.
Yeah, my rat's gonna go out.
Okay.
I'm gonna step out of the room again, just in case.
You're rat for traps.
I
and
give
use
guidance.
Fievel as a bomb, as a bomb rat, pretty much.
Okay. So go ahead and roll me revival for the traps.
A 20.
Take a D4 because I said give guidance.
For the sake of, I already know the answer. For the sake of speed, I'm gonna just say there was no traps, but they are three that are locked, but there are no traps on them for the sake of speed. Fievel goes around and he's able to discern there's no traps on any of these chests.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna add Net of Dreams. Can you send me the stats for that later?
Yeah, sure. I can actually send you the exact story. I just didn't want to read the whole thing on the stream.
Is this an actual spell or is it an actual magical item?
It's a magical item.
I can't believe that y'all didn't destroy it. Item of pure evil, but then again, you are the evil party. So.
Why would we destroy an item of
An item of pure evil? Why would we destroy this thing?
This is not the good team.
All right, I'm gonna.
Helen might because remember, guys, you know she's thinking that this thing might be keeping souls from where they need to go.
Well, we just need to figure out how to release the souls without destroying the object.
And then we could capture Calderon in this thing, maybe.
Exactly.
What if this net will usher more souls to Hades? Maybe we could help with that.
Ooh, I like that.
In exchange for more power and money.
Exactly.
I like that idea because that will revenge the fact that he has stolen those if we can appease. But even better revenge is to capture him in this net.
But what do you
That's pretty good.
I like that.
Well,
Wasted by his own petard.
Suggested it, and I think it's a great idea.
He puffs up his chest.
Tempest, what do you want? What are we doing in this corridor? Why aren't we with the treasure?
You are so drunk, Cutter. I've never seen you like this. Are you okay?
I'll be good in a moment. And I start walking towards the alcohol.
No. Don't. You know what? It's funny because
Watch if he drinks too much, he's gonna throw up a Tempest. My Jesus Christ! Oh my God!
I don't have anything I can do to keep him here.
He's gonna go over and grab one, and he turns to her and he says,
"Wait! Is she trying to stop you?"
Oh, I will try to stop him. I'm gonna blow up the alcohol.
Do me a contested strength roll to see if you
can. I'm not gonna win that. So, I'm gonna blow up the alcohol. There's no way I'm gonna.
Oh my God!
All right, hold on. Before you blow up the alcohol, I think Jimmy did a thieves' tools roll.
Yeah. I was gonna wait till they were done.
Okay. You do want?
For sure.
Because I want to make sure that if something goes wrong and everybody gets blown the hell up.
What do you mean? What could possibly go wrong?
Can we not blow up the alcohol so Calderon doesn't know we're down here first?
Oh, he knows.
All right, I won't
he knows.
I already heard the way you said that there's no traps.
He knows you're down here. He knows you're down here.
Oh, okay. Never mind then. Blow up the alcohol. Go for it.
All right.
Yeah, he's spoken directly to us.
So I'll let you blow up the alcohol then first. So roll. Let's go ahead then. How are you trying to blow up this alcohol before?
Oh, you know what? I'm gonna have to blow it up. I can acid splash it.
Melt the bottles. Damn.
Yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna steal one for myself, and then I'm gonna melt them.
I was gonna say, Cutter put a bottle down.
No, I'll take that one.
Yep. It's empty, but yeah.
Oh, if it's empty, I'm just gonna throw it at the wall. Smash it, and then I'm gonna take one, and then I'm going to acid splash
the rest of them.
Yes.
All right. Well, in that time, Cutter probably would have time, I would think, as you're doing your spell, to grab a bottle because he was heading for it already. So I'm trying to think. So,
but then doesn't he risk getting acid splashed anyway?
You're talking about Cutter.
Yeah, forgetting that. He's always getting hurt. Forgetting that.
Yeah, I mean, he'd probably be like, that just makes my buzz feel better.
I'm going to lightning lure the bottle out of his hand. Now we see. I don't mind doing a strength check for that, but I'm not keeping Cutter nowhere. Not with my strength.
All right. So you're gonna.
Right, that's where my thieves' tool enters the lock and goes in. I got a 23 on that.
All right, so I'll read off. Give me up 2 more rolls with the thieves' tools.
2 more. Oh, for all 3 of them. Yeah.
Yeah, obviously all 3 chests.
Yeah, for sure.
Dexterity, and I'm proficient.
Score above a 16 every time.
That's a 12.
Oh.
Oh, you had guidance because you were saying that she would give you guidance.
Yeah,
Yes,
that's
you had
right.
guidance.
So I'll roll an extra d4.
You have a
on
guidance for
that
every
one.
time you need it because it lasts for a minute.
That was a
Alright,
13. Okay, so I get 13 on that
yeah,
one.
your thieves' tools don't break, but that second chest does not open.
I hope it doesn't break.
No, they don't break.
It
No,
breaks
no
every
roll.
time I fail?
No. You roll a 1. You roll a natural 1, you might have a drop.
That's an 11. There's no way even with guidance.
Even with
I can
guidance.
get that.
So 2 of the chests do not open. You really mess with them, but they just will not. But that first one opens.
Yeah.
And inside there is 5,000 tarnished gold pieces.
Wow.
5,000? Damn.
Maybe
You can
we
hear-
should just
wait,
take the money and leave.
This gold is tarnished.
Yeah, I
How
guess
does
so.
this work?
It's dirty.
I pick up a piece of gold and I'm looking at it and I'm like, I've never seen tarnished gold before.
I'm gonna look over at Lucius and say, "Can you clean these, please?
Can I do what, please?
Can you clean these things?"
These-
I'm looking
this-
at the
this
gold as I
tarnished
say
gold.
that. Clean
He
the gold.
looks at you like you're crazy. He's like,
You
do I
have
look like some
prestidigitation.
lowly servant to you?
Cutter,
Get those peasants to clean them.
Cutter, where'd Cutter go?
You did a
in
good
the
job
other
for that
room.
child, that whiny child. You can use his
As-
tears.
As you say this, the alcohol is getting acid splashed.
Where's Cutter?
All right, so-
Where's
so-
You
Cutter?
say that.
So Helen's gonna go out into the other room and call for Cutter. Does Cutter answer?
And all you'll hear is like, "Give me that Cutter!" And I'm trying to chase the Cutter down. Get the bottom, Cutter!
Oh, you're a terrible wife.
What?
You're married.
Hold on, wait, wife. Get the bottom,
You're
Cutter!
married.
Wait, all of a sudden, wait, hey guys, all of a sudden, as Cutter's saying you're a terrible wife, he seems to all of a sudden have like a white t-shirt on with no sleeves.
Yeah.
Oh wow, that's crazy.
Oh my god.
Leave me alone. I'm gonna watch NASCAR.
Over here, Tempest, could you bring Cutter over here?
I can.
Cutter,
Yeah.
can you please?
I mean, he does. If he doesn't mind taking a little bit of damage, I can certainly bring him over here.
Can I attempt to open one of the chests with my strength?
Yeah, yes, the other chest that you can go ahead and try it. Roll me a straight strength check. No athletics, just straight strength.
I'm
It's
gonna
a
give
pa-
Tempest back the thieves.
See if you
tools, too.
can
Maybe
knock
she
the
can give it a
padlock.
shot.
While she's doing that, I'm gonna ask Cutter if he can break open one of the chests.
Or I can try. I can try with these tools. Or did they just not work at all, Jimmy?
That's a 12. I don't think that's gonna work.
I couldn't do it.
No, you go banging on it, and it's just not gonna happen for you.
Somebody,
Come open.
I'll probably walk back into the room. Like as Helen is coming out, I'm walking back, walking towards her because I'm just done trying to get this bottle of alcohol from Cutter. Somebody, please get this alcohol away from him.
Why do I have a feeling you're leading me around?
Yeah.
What do you need, Helen?
Well, first of all, I need you to stop being on a death wish and give me that bottle because you're no use to anybody in fighting Calderon if you're going to be drinking. And we need you, and you shouldn't want a death wish. Trust me on that one. And I need you to break open these chests. Do you think maybe you can handle that? And I try and get the bottle out of his hand as I'm talking to him.
All right,
Give me a sleight of hand versus Cutter's.
He's giving it to me. He's giving me the
Oh,
bottle.
he gives it to her. Okay, no problem.
All right, Mom. He hands it to
Yeah.
her.
I
And
walk.
he turns towards the chest, and he rages. Headbutt.
Shit.
Oh my
Nice.
Jesus.
He
Christ.
headbutts the
I
headbutt
think
the
he gets
padlock.
advantage. He gets advantage on drink with all that alcohol, right?
Much rage.
I
Like,
was
I get
thinking
advantage.
I mean,
maybe
he already
with a
has
weapon?
rage advantage, right?
Not with your head, but maybe. Don't you have a weapon?
I already headbutted
Unfortunate.
it. Let me know if that does anything.
Go ahead,
I,
roll your strength check. Straight
I
strength.
opened the other one. I guess I got a 19 on my thieves tools.
Oh, nice.
All
So
right,
this would be
that one-
advantage because I'm raged.
Yep. All right.
17.
So, yep, you got it. There's a 16 you needed. So you got the other one open. So for space, what she not space, but what Tempest finds in
My
hers.
ear fell off.
Well, that's what happens when you headbutt
Oh. Last time I headbutted chest.
Perfectly,
Too much.
perfectly timed for the ear to fall off after the headbutt too. All right, so in that one that Tempest opened, she's able to get her thieves tools in there, open up, and you find 10 gold piece agates, some banded tiger eyes, and a red agate, all marked with the blade bright runes. And go ahead and give me a perception real quick, Tempest. Score above a 10, please.
15.
All right. You notice when you look at the gold, you can see the gold also that, from the other chest that was opened up, that they also contain the same blade bright runes. So you make the conclusion that this treasure is the stolen treasure of the blade bright dwarves, the ones that you had met in the forest. All that, well, not the forest, but in the, the relatives of the people that were, in the Eagle's Ire. And you had met them in the forest, their descendants.
Back in, yeah.
And this is all their treasure. So basically, it doesn't belong to you, but then again, you're not good guys. So
basically, we're rich.
That's funny.
Yeah.
Ours.
It doesn't belong to us,
me,
have to
DM.
do with anything.
Right.
Yeah. Oh,
Yep.
yes, the treasure does belong to us.
We just took off with their Bitcoin.
We just
Took-
Cutter just headbutted a chest.
Wait, so what exactly was in the second chest so I
All
can
right.
write it down?
in the second chest, you've got 2,000 tarnished silver pieces, and they, of course, now that you're aware of it, they also have that same marking. But that doesn't mean crap to you, so whatever.
Our
You're
money
just-
now.
And what
Just-
about the two chests that are open?
Oh, those right there, they contain in one 2,000 copper pieces, and then in another one 1,000 copper pieces.
Wow. We can really
should
take
just-
over a town now.
Jimmy's beating me to typing anyway. That's why I'm stopped. That's why I stopped.
It's just a
Guys.
reflex. When the DM says that there's loot, you write it down somewhere.
That's why I'm like, let's just write this down now. before
Money?
we
Wait
edit.
Wait a
I'm
second.
getting that
Tony.
written down. Don't worry.
All right, I was going to
It's-
say, Tony, don't you normally give the loot out at the end or no? Like, do you,
No.
do you,
You can
Yeah, right.
you can distribute the way you want it between each other, but I just read it off right now. We have it on video anyway, so if we need to go back and remember, exactly how much I gave, we got it right here. But yeah, just you have it right there. It was 5,000 tarnished gold pieces. You had the 10 gold, 40 agates, the banded, the tiger eye, and the red. You had the 2,000 copper pieces, and then the 1,000 copper pieces, and then 3,000 silver pieces.
You said we had banded agates, or how many?
Well,
were
that's
those?
just the type of agates they are. Like it's a type of, it's like a jewel. Like how they look, banded, a tiger eye, and then a red one. Just
There's
description.
40 of them.
Yeah, just for
So,
yeah.
as everyone's ogling all the treasure, he'll smile to himself and he says, "We're gonna kill all those creatures and take all this treasure. I love this." And he's gonna quickly, like a snake, try and snatch that bottle back from Helen.
Helen, pass it to me. Pass it
Quick
to
like a
me.
snake.
I don't know
Alright,
what
do-
rolls you want. Here,
Do
I want it.
do contested sleight of hand, where both of y'all do a sleight of hand. One person's trying to quickly pull their hand away, other person's trying to get it. So contested sleight of hands there.
Oh, man, that's crazy.
it's us, Tempest and I against Cutter?
No, it's just you. You have it in your hand.
Oh,
Oh yeah, that space is.
Yeah, so Helen and Cutter.
Oh no.
Looks like you ain't
Cutter's
drinking.
7?
You ain't drinking tonight, Cutter. Somebody's
Depends on
gonna
which
be.
one rolls.
What's
hold on.
Helen's?
I haven't rolled yet.
Looks like somebody's gonna
She
be the
could get a
DD.
6.
That's true. Then Cutter's
What?
getting
Okay.
wasted.
I think he's too drunk and he can't grab it from me. I rolled a 16.
Oh,
Oh,
so-
yeah, no fair rolling off of the screen when it's important.
yeah. She,
Wait,
28,
I'm rolling
sorry.
I got a 20. I'm sorry.
I know, I rolled in roll 20.
Did
You
you?
can see it.
It didn't
Oh,
show
okay.
up yet.
It hasn't showed
Didn't
up
show up
for
yet,
me.
but I believed you either way.
Yeah.
Okay, so he drunkenly kind of reaches for it.
No, you've had enough. Come on, we need you. And
Then I'll
stop
get
throwing your
drunk
leg
on the
away.
riches.
Starts eating copper pieces.
What
I just-
Jesus? No, please
No.
do not. Oh my
Actually,
God.
you know what, Cutter? I think you need some air, and I'm gonna just take him and lead him back out the room, away
I'm not
from.
going. No. I'm not some little boy you can bring back and forth.
Okay, I'm gonna cast suggestion on him.
Oh my God. As
No
this is
PvP
going
no
on,
PvP.
Bordering on
as this is going on, I'm
party
just
No
gonna
PvP.
create water to clean off the tarnished gold. As this is going on, I'm just gonna clean off the gold.
Everybody's forgot about Colderan. It's all about the money and the alcohol now.
Because I
It's all about the money and
finally
the
have
drink.
money to do things.
Lucius is going to shout out, Cutter. Are you ready to get sweet revenge on Calderan for what he did to you?
I'm very ready. Let's gather our treasure and find him.
Well, let's make a plan. You have the sword that he fears. And now, and he pulled out the net, we have the weapon he used against you. So let's net him and you can stab him. Are you still
Are
tipsy?
you sober enough to
Or are
do
you
that?
ready to get this done?
I'm quite sober now. And when we sleep at night, that stays with me. I will never have it used against me again. Do you understand me, Lucius?
I will never use it against you, but I do not believe you can even touch this. It only belongs in a mage's hand.
Which just makes he's only saying that so you don't break it.
You
Cutter.
think I'm afraid to try, Elf?
Let's just
I
not.
don't believe you're afraid to try, but just as I would not dare to touch that sword you have, this is also something that, as you've known, because you've touched it before, it's not something you'd like to touch.
Cutter, I don't feel that we feel comfortable with giving you your greatest fear that you won't destroy it because it's our greatest weapon against him.
I've been known to be truthful. If anything else, I would use it, but as a pillow. But I don't want any one of you to use it on me. Do you understand?
Yeah. So about that, you remember your dream?
Of course.
Lucius,
Imagine it wrapped around your head instead.
Oh my gosh. Lucius, you shouldn't have told him that.
So, if you put it on your head, it's going to give that same effect because it causes night terrors. And
I don't-
you do not want to touch it because if you touch it, you're going to be. Do you recall?
I either need more alcohol or less.
You're good.
Whatever it is, let's just go. Let's
Yeah,
just
Cutter,
go.
this net has a destiny, and you're not it.
Too much talking. Too much
Enough.
talking.
Enough talk. Let's fight.
Come on, Cutter. I'll be your pillow. Just lean on me, okay?
Just don't touch it and you'll
Aw.
survive. Let's go with that. Don't touch it and you'll survive.
This is
Yep.
fine, but I am watching.
Fair
So
enough.
as we're leaving the room, Tony, I want to again pull on Tempest's sleeve slightly
Okay.
to get her attention, and then I will whisper to her, "You're his wife?" Question
Oh.
mark?
This is gonna be good.
I think he just said that because he was drunk. I am definitely not.
As
his
he's
wife.
laying on you.
Oh, okay. I was so-
Yeah. Yes, I know I hold him in an affectionate way. It's because I care about him, but we haven't gotten to that stage yet. We're sort of like you and Lucius.
Wife, mom, come on. Let's go.
You're his mother?
That's his
actually,
mom.
no.
He said mom.
Sure, Cutter Butter. Let's get going.
Come on,
Says
honey.
that-
Cutter butter. Oh, we got the
Oh my
nickname
God,
now.
this is such a
We
bad
got the
comedy.
nickname now.
Oh my god.
That's
Come
gonna
on,
stick.
come on, hun. Let's
Oh my god.
let's go
Cutter
defeat
butter.
Calderon. Yeah, let's go defeat Calderon.
Oh my god, this is such a bad comedy. There's the wife, there's the husband, the mom.
So are we actually taking these chests with us, or are we gonna pick them up as we leave?
We're just
I think
taking
we
the
pick them
money
up
with
as we
us.
leave.
Yeah.
That's what I was thinking too.
Let's seal the door and pick them up as we leave. But we're not leaving the net there. We're taking it with us.
Yeah, the net comes with
I
us.
suggest we take at least a gin with us, just in case we can't get back to this room.
Okay. So we'll put some stuff in a backpack for what we can carry.
I'll load my backpack down with some gold.
Same
Or
here.
whatever. I don't know, like 100 pieces.
I will also load my backpack for money, for what I can carry.
All right. So everybody's loading and gonna walk away jiggling like Cartman in that South Park episode
just
where he
taking
found
the
all the
gems.
treasure. Nah, my treasure. Yeah. All right. So everybody's loaded up treasure. We're going back into the hallway. We're going back down to that. I assume, where do you now? When you get to the, is that right? Everybody's going back down the hallway. I assume, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. So you get back down the hallway, and as you get there, you notice like the force field. Since you had destroyed that one orb, now that the force field is weakened, it looks to be a little bit, more see-through. You can see the double door even more now through the force field, but it's not down, because again, you still, as Lucius was able to determine, the other orb is up, that one there. And of course, you still got this other door right here to the west that you have not gone through yet.
Okay, we don't
It's
see
just
it.
the camera. Yeah.
So the
We're gonna get that camera on you in just a second. We're just moving around.
so that
pieces.
orb is still glowing, the one that we saw earlier.
the one in the Alchemail chambers you never destroyed.
Yeah, we saw that earlier. That's what I meant, like before this orb.
Yes. Sorry. Yes.
So I mentioned to Lucius, why don't you just use your catapult spell on that one as well?
I would think that the other one is the other source of power, no?
Perhaps not. It's some of his power. Yes, I think it's gathering. I think these crystals or whatever they are, these orbs, they are a source of power. It's allowing him to expand his power, to multiply it,
Are you saying
to make
these are
him more
his
powerful
life-
than he really is.
So you're saying these are his life force?
Can we destroy it? Can you destroy it like you did the other one, Lucius?
Well, yes, it's just around the. How far away is it? Like.
It's not far. Yeah, just around it. Now that you're back in the hallway, I'd say, about 80 feet, but you could easily walk there, and back.
Yes, I would go, but can somebody come with me? I would prefer not to walk these hallways alone.
I thought, but you got your dagger and your longsword now.
I'm
Yeah,
gonna
you were
follow
showing
Lucius
off
as he
earlier.
says this. Come
I'll
on,
come-
scaredy cat, let's go.
I'll come with you, son.
I'm gonna just walk off without him.
I'll come
Alright,
with
so-
you.
We'll go with you.
Yeah,
that's
I like how Cutter
um,
thinks everybody's like his family right now.
Lucius is definitely not our son.
Oh god, let's not have anyone else have any more names for this, please.
Jimmy, the family dog, and I pet him on the head.
Oh shit, that's crazy.
Give-
I like
give me-
you.
give
I
me
like you all
some
much
scraps.
more
I
after
need
I've
to
had
eat
a
something.
drink.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think we're all going with Lucius.
Alright.
Yeah, pretty much.
Lucius.
Do we have any I guess encounters on the way there? I think he's deep in thought.
Just
He's
down
trying
the
to figure out
hall.
how to change his camera.
It looks like he was changing the camera, that's why I was like.
It's not Tony. It's JC doing that.
Hey Tony,
Yes, what's going on?
I'm thinking we probably don't need to actually show us going back and breaking it unless there's going to be an encounter.
Yeah, we're not showing that. We're just trying to show you the hallway. That's all. Show you
All right,
the
so
hallway.
how many minutes passed in? 20 minutes?
Yeah, we'll say you go back there, and as you destroy the second orb, there's the actual structure, the mage, seems to actually shake, a little bit, like the power as it's destroyed, and the stones themselves seems to rumble, and you can kind of hear cold around, like, "How dare you!" And it fades away. He's enraged. And at that moment, you see the force field goes completely down. Let me move that paper out the way there. And the force field goes down now, and you can see before you the 2 double doors that are now prepared and wide open. So all you have now is there's double doors in front of you, and then that 1 door right next to you to the west.
So I'm guessing Calderon's on the other side of this door.
Just the double doors.
Anybody want to make a bet with some gems?
Well, no, because I don't like making bets that I know I'm gonna lose. But what about this room right here? Do we want to come back? Do we want to talk to Calderon first?
Let's do the room first. And then we can go for Calderon.
How thick is that door?
What do you mean?
How thick is it? Would I know how thick it is? Do the doors look really thick, like 2 feet thick?
Like how heavy is the door, basically?
Oh, as just like you kind of see in the video, they seem like big wood doors with iron banding going all across them. So they are pretty strong, pretty secure, pretty damn heavy, it would look like. Iron is not light.
Okay.
Could you
one
maybe...
second. I'm thinking about a spell. I open my spell book and I said, give me a moment. Perhaps I can figure out if he's behind that door or not.
Okay. While you're doing that, let me check with everybody else what they're doing. I'm gonna go down the list. All right. Jimmy, what are you doing right now?
If Lucius is trying to detect somebody on the other side of that door, I'm gonna back him up, and I'm gonna ready my short bow in case anything attacks him.
Okay, in case
if
the
I
door...
see anything aggressive try to attack our party, I will shoot it.
Gotcha. You're just sitting there in case the door swings open and a major
short
demon
bow
runs out.
I'm ready.
You're ready. Okay, you got that ready. All right. Cutter, what are you doing right now?
So Cutter says, he must be behind those doors and he must want to see us now. All the more reason for us to take this door first. And I'd come over to that other door that we were checking out, and I'm going to kick it open. Or otherwise force it open.
Again with the kicking out.
No check for traps. The hell with that shit. All right, so Cutter kicks open this door. All right, and we'll come back to you. What happens in a second as you go through the door? All right, so there that opens up, and let me go back now. We'll come back to you in a second. Lucius, I know what you're doing. Yuri, what are you doing?
I'm gonna back up Cutter as he proceeds to just kick open the other door, as in fear of just, Cutter being Cutter, just kind of gets himself into trouble, and unfortunately this happens to be one of them. So I'm gonna back up Cutter and I'm gonna ready my weapon as he does this.
All right, so you're right behind Cutter as he goes through the door. All right, Tempest, what are you doing right now?
I'm gonna look to Helen and I'm gonna ask her for that alcohol bottle and shake my head. I cannot with this guy. This man. He just constantly loves to kick open doors. And just I need this. I'm gonna take a swig of alcohol and I'm gonna wait to see what happens with Cutter and Yuri, and then I'm gonna follow.
You keep forgetting this is Cutter.
I know. It's just so hard to be the wife of somebody that just loves to not check her traps.
I'm glad I'm not the wife.
That's his style, though, man. He just.
It's why I fell for him. Let's be honest.
And
I'm gonna just go ahead and just make myself your sister at this point. This weird ass family, because I do not want to be this wife. Thank you very much.
The sister wife, of course. You don't want to be the sister wife.
No, that's not happening.
So Helen, do you give the alcohol, I assume?
Well, she's gonna take a really good swig of it first because she hasn't really tasted alcohol. Just go, and then she's gonna hand it to Tempest and say, "Whoa,
yeah, girl, you gotta let it sit. You
good.
That feeling in your throat.
Yeah,
the burn.
Yeah,
you'll get used to it. Come out drinking with us and you'll really get used to it."
Has Helen ever had
She's gonna glance over and see, look into the room that Cutter just kicked open.
Here comes the smoke.
And is it dark in there or is it light?
Smoky.
It is. No, it's not milky. That was us trying to us getting the JC turn the fog monster on a little strong there. We got it better now. All right. So as you go in, as you open up the door, and Cutter goes in. Cutter, I need you to give me another acrobatics.
Right.
So smoky in
here. Piece of cake.
So
that was Cutter.
It's what I do.
So Tony, is it dark in there though?
It is not, well, from what you can see, it is not very dark. There is a torch in there. It's not visible on the screen, but it's not dark, no.
Do I see anything?
From your position, since you're outside the door in the hallway, you can see Cutter he's just walked in there, and you can see light emanating from the room, but that's all you can see from where you're at. Unless you were to follow and get right behind Cutter, but he has to do his thing right now.
Got a 13 with advantage. 13.
Okay, well,
go ahead, Helen.
I was going to do something though.
Go ahead, Helen.
Okay, so a bonus action I have. I am going to. No, you know what? I won't bother. Never mind. I'll wait.
Okay.
I'll wait.
All right. No problem. Cutter, unfortunately, that is not enough. So as you are coming around this corner, should stay right on there. Well, it was right. There we go. Okay. So as you're coming around, Cutter walks in, and this blade comes out the wall. You actually hit a wire. You're drunkenly confident. You got your liquid courage going through your veins, and you just walk, and you're not even looking at this wire. Ka-ching! And you hear a weight drop, and out of a slit in the wall that you weren't looking at comes this blade, and you are not enough to miss it. So we're gonna do 4d8 damage here.
Oh, Jesus Christ! Oh my God!
I'm glad I'm
Oh
not
my
in the
God!
doorway.
Look at the roll though. Look what I got.
What do we got?
It's a weak ass
1,
blade.
2,
It's
1, and 4 is 8 damage.
Even when Cutter fails, he still gets lucky. It's like,
Jesus Christ,
all right,
Tony.
all right.
Yuri, quit tickling me. Yuri, quit tickling me.
So
That's
Helen
not
will,
me.
So
Helen will say to Tempest, "I can't heal stupid."
Yeah,
So-
it's very little. There's not much that can fix stupid. And I'm honestly, I'm glad our clans are no longer together. You know,
He's street smart, not intelligent smart.
we're the sister clan for a reason. I think all the smart people came with us. And I'm just gonna shout out, Cutter, are you okay?
Yeah, another trap.
Another
I'm
trap. Who would have thought?
Another trap.
I'm fine. That's what I'm here for, and I'll just keep walking.
All right. So, Cutter, now that as this blade comes out, we'll just do a description since it didn't kill you or hurt you real bad. This blade comes out, and it goes into Cutter, but you literally see it goes in his abdomen, but you literally see Cutter flex, and like you see his 8-pack comes out, and the blade just ting, and stops on his rock hard abs, and like does a slice, and this little bit of blood comes out. But apparently his abs are so like manly strong. Well, no, not manly. Let's say everybody's strong, man and womanly strong. That
Elfly strong.
That they could not
Iron
bust.
strong.
Iron. He had ribs of iron. Iron abs. Iron abs. So he goes through his iron abs. All right. So everybody does. I guess Yuri followed Cutter. That's right, because she was backing up Cutter.
And I think Tempest and Helen also followed.
I didn't follow Cutter, sorry.
Yeah, Lucius is going to speak with Helen and I guess probably Yuri as well. She's in the same listening. One thing, we need to keep Calderon alive before we slay him with the mage sword. I have a way to find out what exactly is happening with these souls. I can take his memories, but I have to have him alive for that.
I can bring him back to life.
So we can put him in the net and then I can capture his thoughts.
Ooh.
Don't worry, Lucius. I can keep him from dying.
Ooh.
And she gives you an evil grin.
You have to keep Cutter at bay, because I'm sure if he gets struck with that sword, there will be nothing left of him.
I can try to keep him at bay, but it's Cutter.
I can bring him
there's no
back.
stopping that.
I can bring him back so that you can do what you need to do.
The greatest revenge.
Lucius shudders. I'm not so sure with that sword. If it's as evil as this, or as effective as this, then it may not.
I can spare the dying.
Were you able to spare the ones in there?
No,
Those
but
are
they're too far gone.
Exactly.
They're way too far gone. Well,
That reminds me.
Let's do our
I
best.
pull some meat out of my pocket and start.
let me see if I can do something about Cutter Butter. I'll be back.
Cutter butter.
And she's gonna walk into the corridor where Cutter went, and she is going to say, "My lord, please, the power," and she's going to cast Shield of Faith on Cutter.
Hey,
Okay.
Cutter, you saved them from the library. My gosh, you might learn something.
A shimmering field appears and surrounds you, and you have a +2 bonus for your armor class, and it lasts for 10 minutes.
I love that spell. And he recognizes it from his clan, some of their priests. He looks at you and he says, "You're not mad at me?"
I'm mad at you, but just don't want you dead.
Some of this is the alcohol. If I was one that would apologize, which I'm not, I would. So please take that as some kind of pseudo apology.
I'll take it for what it is.
And I'll walk forward.
All right. So in this room, let me tell you what you see.
Oh.
3 glass-faced bookcases, like as you see in this room, stand in this chamber, each filled with books, one with scrolls, and one with loose leaf notes.
Oh my.
You also see, as you can see right in, if you can see on that table in the picture, let's see if it's there. There's like a little book, and you see there's a little, looks like a bound book sitting on the table, and then behind that is again the loose leaf notes on like an altar.
All right, so knowing that Lucius didn't come into the room, Helen is going to take a step backwards and kind of like peer over to the corridor that we just came through, because I know that's like an L, and she's gonna go, "Lucius, books."
Lucius comes running through, budging. Out of the way! Out of the way!
Hey, watch where you're going.
So Lucius,
Hey, why would you at least say the words
I need to
"excuse
save
me"?
the book from Cutter.
Oh gosh, she's being a nerd. Ugh.
As you say this, Guri has already picked up the book to save it from Cutter. You have to come get it from the person you pushed.
all right. So
DM, do I find anything that I'm looking for?
what are you specifically looking for right now?
Certain pieces of stuff that I sent you that it could just be random stuff. in
Like
particular.
like alchemical goods and things like that.
Yep.
In this room, no. This seems like a book room right here. You see scrolls, like I said, and you got the loose leaf notebook. This seems like a library area, not so much like alchemical supplies or things in this area.
Okay.
Hey, Jimmy, I think you should go check out that bookshelf. It looks safe.
Yeah.
I'm gonna walk over to
That one with the tube on the back
Yeah.
of it.
Yes, the one with the tube on the back of it.
Oh my
Fog coming out of it.
The one that's
With the
kind
fog.
of jiggling over on the other side of the room.
Oh.
Hey, stop. That's JC working his magic in the back.
Thank you, JC.
What it is the fog monster has run out of
figured.
water, and he's trying to fill it up.
Yeah, I saw a little bit of water. That's what I figured it was.
He's like trying. It's like the wizard. Pay no attention to the man behind the curtain.
It's like the Wizard of Oz, and it's like the person that's like the little green man behind the screen.
Yep.
Stoney, is there any scrolls around or anything like that for us to find?
Yes,
I would also like to move up to see
Let
if
me
I
get-
can see anything.
All right, let me give Helen her thing first. Helen, you're looking for scrolls, so you go into the room, and you actually do find some scrolls. And let's see here. The first scroll is, we're going to say there are 3 scrolls each. One of cure light, well, not cure light wounds, I'm sorry. One of cure, cure wounds.
Mm-hmm.
Then you have a scroll of magic missile. Because you can tell what these scrolls already are. It's like they're not hidden in this time. You don't have to identify these particular scrolls.
Pictures written on them.
Pictures written on them. There you go. we're not going to spend 20 minutes identifying. So magic missile, and then the last one is whole person.
Okay.
Oh, that
So
would be
I'm
useful.
going to hand the magic missile over to Tempest, because I think Tempest is the one that can cast that.
Mm-hmm.
Or is it Lucius that can cast it?
Lucius, I would think. I think it's
Okay.
Lucius.
The wizard spell.
Is it okay?
Either of
I'll-
them could
I'll
cast
hand
it.
the
Oh, I
magic
didn't know that. Okay.
over to Lucius then. I'm going to keep the whole person and the cure wounds.
Okay. Is there anything else you're looking for besides the scroll or Lucius? Or what are we doing? Because we have
Yeah, I'm
Lucius is
looking.
about
Is
to
that a
get the book.
grimoire? That book? I'm looking at that book that has
Yes.
notes around it and stuff.
Oh yeah, I hand the book to Lucius. Sorry.
You instantly are able to recognize, Lucius, that this is a spell book. So go ahead. Roll me a little bit of investigation to say if you could determine whose it is. But pretty obvious, but
I think I'm just gonna pull it up and I've got the power.
okay.
Like the Snap song.
Yeah, I'll go ahead and do that investigation.
With advantage because it's pretty obvious whose it is. I want you to know.
Or should it just be more investigation to see what he has in it?
Yeah, we'll just, you know what? Don't even do that. I'm just gonna say
Or
that you're able to
Arcana?
tell. It's colder at it's Karna, and you're able to tell. Yeah, there you got it. Perfect. So you're able to get that this is Colderan's spell book. We're not going to go through the spells that are in it right now, but what I did for the good team, same thing I'll do for you, is you can pick up to 10 spell levels. What I mean by that is, if you want to pick 3 level 3 spells and 1 level 1, put into your own book to memorize, you could do that. If you want to pick 1 level 9 spell and 1 level 1, you could do that too. Obviously, you wouldn't be able to use that level 9 spell right now, but you'd have it. So
I have to do a long rest to learn that, though. I believe, right?
what? Yeah,
I have to do
obviously.
a long rest to learn it. So yeah, go ahead, just send it to me after the.
Yep, you got it. All right, so that's how we're doing the spells. So you find some new spells
I like
that you're going to be able
That's
to.
cool.
Yeah, so it gives the
send me
person a
rules
choice.
too, and I'll decide, make my decision.
Yep, and you now have some new spells that you'll be able to put into your spell book, which is really cool. All right, so let's go down the list. Helen found some scrolls. You've got that. Yuri was looking around for that. The Tempest, what are you
Can I ask a
doing right
quick
now?
question, guys?
Yes, absolutely.
Can Tempest also use the magic missile?
Tempest, can you use it?
Yes.
Okay.
I have no idea. Don't ask me.
Yes. Yeah.
I don't know.
I always
can.
forget what Tempest is. I'm sorry.
Yes.
I'm a
Okay,
bad person.
so Helen will go over to Lucius. She'll go "Toot," and take the scroll and say, "You get the book. You get the book," and then she'll walk over to Tempest and give her the magic missile. She'll say,
thank
"Lucius, you get
you.
the book, and Tempest, you get the magic missiles at least."
Thank you. Well, I guess that's all I needed.
That makes sense.
It sounds logical. All right, so everybody. All right, so now,
I was kind of hanging out in the hallway. I came in, looked, and I saw that it was a library, and just went out to make sure nobody attacked us from the back.
Well, you're still hanging out there.
I'm
then
hanging
with,
out back there. Yeah.
Yeah, with the little familiar.
Yeah, that's right.
He's still back there hanging out with the little mousy guy.
Yeah, we're
All
having
right.
a conversation.
All right, Fievel. All right, so you're hanging with Fievel. All right, Cutter, is there anything you want to do while you're in this room?
So he's actually going to step out of the room and he's going to lean into the hallway and yell in a loud voice towards those double doors. He says, Calderon, can you hear me? We've killed your minions. We've taken your treasure. Now we've got your books. Next, we're coming for you.
Fool, you hear in a rumbling voice, fools, only your death awaits. But there's fear, like a trembling. Again, you sense that fear because it's connected to your mind. Almost like you can't hide it, you know? So a little bit of nervousness. You get this feeling.
Helen will look at Tempest after he's shouting all of this, and she'll go, that boy has a death wish.
He
hasn't
really,
even let me learn
he
this
really
yet.
does.
Yeah, it scared me when
Unfortunately-
he did that. I like jumped because
Unfortunately-
it was right beside my ear.
Did you drop your jerky? Did you drop
Did you
your
drop your
jerky?
human jerky?
Yeah.
I'm
Human
finished that,
jerky.
actually.
Oh my god.
That is so wrong. If y'all start, that is so wrong.
It's called long pig, by the way.
Long
Well,
pig.
technically, it's from the rib, so it'd
I
be
thought it was
human
like
bacon,
geezer jerky.
actually.
Wasn't it geezer jerky?
Geezer.
It would be human bacon, actually, because it's from the ribs.
Well, bacon is good
I'm not-
no matter what it's made out of. Let's be honest. Bacon's good no matter.
Not human.
Scaring us, Tony.
I've never had
I'm not
that
making
bacon.
this any better.
I've never had bacon. Is literally the world's perfect food. It's the only meat that you use to garnish another meat. And
I
it can-
honestly,
and-
I honestly thought
and-
for a second that Tony said that he didn't
and
have bacon.
wait, and it can be eaten at breakfast, lunch, or dinner, or for dessert. Name me another food. Name me another food that can do that.
Real
Yeah.
good.
Oh,
There's no
like
other-
the chocolate bacon? Oh yeah, that'd be
I was thinking just like sugar candied coated bacon.
Bacon is a
Bacon
perfect
is
food.
delicious.
Prove
Yeah.
me wrong, man. Bacon's a
Put some
perfect
brown
food.
sugar on it. It's
All
great.
right, so
Maple
you've
syrup.
got your book, you've got your scrolls. There's still like you so there's still
Investigation of the notes.
yes, that's just about to say you still have the notes. Okay, from with the notes, this is you're able to determine that these books. Go ahead, actually, give me an investigation to make sure. So what am I thinking? Roll
Can
investigation.
I help? Can I help with that?
I don't see how you could help with an investigation because it comes down to personal intelligence on that one. I would think, like
I got a
if loose.
19.
So I would think if
Would it be investigation? Are we looking for something, or are we? Because
you're
thought
just
we were taking notes.
you're just reading the book. I would actually say it's more Arcana. Give me an Arcana wing. Give me Arcana because I prefer that better. Okay, that's better. Anyway, all right. So with that, you're able to determine these notes as you're reading these. Even the notes aren't magical, but they're written in a way that a wizard would understand. You know, they're notes from a magic user, only something you could figure out. So as you're reading them, you're able to determine that this is part of the process and the formula of how you're able to turn someone into a night dwarf. And I'll give you the actual copy of how to do it, the ingredients and everything else after the game. So you'll have the exact formula, but it does let you know that once created, a night dwarf is unswervingly loyal.
Is
Might
that
not
for
even
is
need
that for
this
Lucius or is
clown.
that for Tempest?
That's
Because
what Lucius is reading.
Whoever's reading
I was
the
reading
notes.
as well.
Oh,
So-
well, if you're both reading the notes, then yeah, you're able to determine. You're able to determine that it's not magical notes, but it's the process of creating that night dwarf. But again, it's a little bit more confusing to you because this is all stuff of magical nature, like how to do this, where to put this, what to
Yeah,
mix
for
with
more
what.
learned people.
The
sorry.
the bat wing mixed with the with the rabbit foot and the rat tail.
I have
Eye of Newt and all that good stuff. And you're like, you get it. You're like, okay, yeah, but this, whatever. All right. So that's where you're able to determine that this is how he was able to turn people into night dwarves after
I'm
he
definitely
captured them.
going to be taking these notes and stacking them up and putting them somewhere safe if I have that. Yeah.
All
And I'll be
right.
like, I think this trick of Calderon is unraveling. We have all of his tools.
All his toys.
Well,
Good.
I guess we can try to get through the double doors now.
So
Well,
let's
since
go up.
Cutter Butter let him know we're here, which was awfully generous of him, yeah, I think we better head on over to the doors.
As
right.
we're walking
9
out
o'clock,
the
by the way.
door.
Yes, it is 9 o'clock.
Yeah, about to say this is a perfect spot because now
Is
we
that-
know there's
I knew
nothing Nothing Left stream. They have finished the dungeon. This has almost been a year in the making, and they are now at the double doors to see what is behind this final room. Of course, it's pretty obvious what it is.
Actually, Tony.
Yes.
The group and I had talked. We actually are just going to leave.
There we go. Okay.
Oh my God, no.
You're gonna.
Get
We'll
the
come back
money.
later, I
Tools.
guess.
You're gonna go
Got
to.
everything we wanted.
You're gonna go to the taverns. You're gonna leave Dagger Falls. Say, hey man,
we got some. We
I'm gonna
got
build
we
my
got
own
something
army
to
and
do
then
in
come after
Schultz.
him.
you're gonna buy up all the toilet paper before you leave.
Yeah.
Because you
Yeah,
got
that's
all the
right.
money now. Got all the toilet paper and the gasoline. All right. So they all leave to the tavern with their toilet paper and the gasoline. Put the gasoline down. And no, all jokes aside. Seriously, stream. Next week, they will be facing Colderan. Whether they work with him, kill him, enslave him, I don't know. We'll see. It's the evil party, so I could already think of a way that y'all could enslave him quite easily, but I'm not going to tell you how to do it. But from what y'all have, y'all have some stuff in your possession that you could easily take control of him and totally own his ass. But the bottom line is that yes, they will be back. In 2 weeks, you will see them. What happens with Colderan? And we want to again thank our subscribers, Patreon supporters, definitely our viewers as well. Even if you can't subscribe or do Patreon, just coming here and watching us is great and hanging out, and, talking in chat and seeing what crazy things we do. And as you can see, we get down. This was a heavy RP session. Probably next week is going to be a little bit more action-y oriented, whether they face Colderan or not. I have a feeling whether they face Colderan or not, there's going to still be some action-y stuff going on. So we'll see then. Also, thank our sponsors, Reaper Miniatures, Troll Lord Games, and of course Stat Trackers. Please, please, please. You can also click on the Reaper URL at the bottom of the Twitch. Yep, and you can go ahead and click on that and bam, and buy you some Reaper Minis right there. So yeah, thank you for coming, guys, and we will see you all tomorrow. Sunday. Remember, is Pandemonium. We have our VTT Dungeons and Dragons virtual tabletop, and then Monday is Nerdbauchery Plays. We're going to be finishing up. I'm thinking Baldur's Gate 3. That's my thought process right there.
I think so too. Probably.
And so Exile just announced that she renewed her subscription. So thank you, Exile.
We love you. Thank you.
And
But don't
everybody
forget
here, if you're not following us, please follow us and consider
Yeah.
subscribing.
Yep.
Makes us even more successful. Thank you.
And your money
Thanks,
does not
guys.
get thrown away. It gets spent. We have, if you've watched the stream, you definitely know we've invested more in tech. We've got the Blue Yeti mic. We got the Fog Monster. We got even little things like the laser pen. All these things have come from what y'all did. So you're literally helping us to grow. And that's not just us telling you that. You can visually see the improvements as time goes. Even Zoom. Like, we signed up for Zoom now. And because of the subs that we have, we're able to afford Zoom every month. So now we're no longer using Discord. We have a much higher quality a Zoom. And we also got Yuri a wire at one time. So all these things are all because of you. So thank you so much for, subbing, Patreon, and viewing. And thank you very much to, of course, our sponsors as well, like I said. And we are going to go ahead and sign off and see y'all Sunday.
Sunday for Pandemonium.
Pandemonium.
Bye, guys.
World of Hell.
Come back.
See
for
y'all
that.
later. Bye-bye.
See you next time.